Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Welcome to another episode of Cigars and Whiskey, the podcast that discusses love, relationships, sex, and dating from a male's perspective. I'm your guy, Ron Coe, and I'm joined by my guys, KB,
Black and the Berry is sweet Joe's.
White Star GB.
We're shaking.
All right. Shout out to everyone tuned in on YouTube. Please remember to share so we can get more people to tap into the conversation. We have a great show for you guys tonight. Tonight, we are drinking Glenfiddich single malt Scotch whiskey, aged 12 years. And tonight, we're going to be discussing responsibility in financial abortions.
That's a mouthful.
Yes, it is. All right. KB,
Sup, yo?
how was your week, man?
It was marvelous. Had a marvelous week. You wanna know how marvelous my week was? Started a new job.
Oh shit!
A lot of responsibility.
Congrats, man.
Congrats.
Round of applause.
A lot of responsibility. A lot of money.
Hey,
That's what's up.
that's
beautiful.
usually what the trade-off is, right?
A lot of responsibility. A lot of money. Guess what? I don't get any of it up front. Ain't no salary, bitch. You work off commission, but your commission is higher. So, just been working, trying to put things together. Linking up with the people that need to be linked up with.
Absolutely.
And having a fantastic time putting things together, man. It's a journey. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's a journey.
So what is it? Is performance based?
I could say performance based, but they're never gonna fire me.
I mean, like to get the money to get the money that you're looking for.
Yeah, to get the money I'm looking for, yeah. Of course, yeah. It's gonna be on my own personal performance. If anybody needs a renovation loan, hit me up. First time home buyers. This is a shameless plug. I am the manager for Meadowbrook Financial for home renovation loans, 203K loans, and I will hook you up with the best one. And that's what it is.
All right.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Happy to hear.
Yeah, man.
White Star GB. How was your week, man?
My week was cool, man. My week was cool. Just grinding it out. I'm noticing a lot when I'm out and moving around, especially in restaurants and establishments. There's a lot of implied tipping. I kind of want to ask you guys, what's your policy on tipping?
What do you mean implied tipping?
You go
people
to
expect tips?
Yeah, even if you go to a regular, not a fast food, if you go to a deli or something like that, and you order a sandwich, now past the tip jar, they kind of spin the pad around and they add a tip or something like that. Everybody wants to get tipped now, you know what I mean?
So you have to tip?
You don't have to tip. You could put no tip, but
What?
even with
yes,
You
yes,
making
I
me
get it,
you
yeah.
making me a chopped cheese and you want a tip for chopped cheese? Is that what it is?
Well,
I don't know. I'm just noticing lately, there's been a lot of pressure to tip different things. You know what I mean? Back in the day, back in the day, I'm used to tipping for my at a restaurant.
Yeah.
You tip your barber.
Yeah.
You tip
A stripper?
stripper.
Yeah.
Don't forget you tip stripper. Tip stripper.
Yeah.
And you could. That's kind of the main three, and then you kind of everybody else is based on service, right?
I get what you're saying because there's a lot of places that it's their normal job description or what they're supposed to be doing, and instead of them just getting paid what they're getting paid to do it, there is a option to tip these people now.
Yeah,
especially like a Panera Bread or
stuff like that. Exactly.
Yeah, it's it's still like a.
Well, let's be completely honest with the situation, right? There's the new POS system that everybody is using, and it gives them the
That's what I was
option
gonna say.
to
Right,
do
right.
the tip. So why would they just put it out?
Not
You know what I'm
tips,
saying?
you know what I mean?
They're not gonna
It's on
say.
the card,
"Ah,
you don't see it.
well, for 30 years while I've been doing this, nobody tipped me, so I'm not just gonna leave it out. No, they have the
not get
option
more
on
money?
the POS system
Right.
to tip, so they're gonna always ask, and I always ignored the hell out of that shit. Like, yo,
You ever use
get out of here.
You ever
Like, you
use Uber
serious?
Eats? No, this is when I felt guilty. You ever use Uber Eats?
Yeah.
You tip well on Uber? Like, what's your tipping kind of protocol on Uber Eats?
Well, I'm very slow when it comes to like apps and social media. So my wife was on it, and her rule of thumb is like $3, depending on what it is, right? So if we're
$3,
ordering like McDonald's for the kids, fast food,
yeah,
it's like $3,
yeah.
and that's kind of like the
damn,
rule of thumb.
Michelle, you cheap as hell.
Is that cheap? Like that's below average? Like what do you
playing.
what do you feel?
It is.
There was a
because-
story. There was a story in the news that a female Uber Eats driver drove 40 miles to drop somebody off their food, which is a red flag, and then the person didn't tip them, so they went back to their house and was like
That's her
asking
fault.
for like a
You
tip.
flip.
That's
Come
how-
on
It's like,
now.
yo, you work in the gig economy. It's like, do you expect a tip in the gig economy, or like, do we have to consciously remember to?
We
tip
don't
them
know,
well?
but
Like,
we don't
what-
know the
what-
situation. Also, we
Yeah.
don't know where you came from. We don't know your situation.
Yeah.
We just know that your food, our food is coming to us. Like,
Right.
we don't know all that. So for someone to jump to conclusions to think that you know everything that they've been through for the day
Yeah,
to get a good tip,
yeah.
that's a little bit presumptuous.
Because I feel like consumers don't really look at their tip as being part of. We look at it as a tip. I feel like lately, the people who work, especially in the gig economy, they're looking at that as that's part of their pay. Tip has always been like extra.
no, it definitely is.
'Cause I worked
It
at jobs
definitely
where
is part
I've
of the pay.
been tipped, and I've never counted. Okay, I'm gonna make this, and I'm making this in tips. It's like tips is like included in their money now.
That's the way of the world now. I think.
Like it's a tipping economy now.
I think so.
I don't.
You know
Does
what
that
I'm
put
saying?
more pressure on the consumer and less on the freaking people who are hiring them? Shouldn't Uber Eats be paying them a livable wage? Like, I wouldn't mind paying more
Yeah.
for the delivery if I didn't have to feel pressure to like give you free money. Like,
That's different though. You always tip delivery people. You've
Yeah,
always been
something.
tipping delivery people.
Yeah.
So
even a pizza guy, he comes,
Yeah, no, you
Exactly.
give him something. Yeah, he
you're gonna
always
give
get
them
something.
So
he always
I,
get something.
as far as that's concerned,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't say that shouldn't be refuted, right? But the regular Uber, you get tips as taxi guys get tips.
yeah. Well,
Oh, okay,
but it was never like a thing, you know what I mean? Like, it was never like, when I drove cabs and stuff like that, it was like, yeah, like you can make tips.
I would never give no
airport.
I
goddamn
never
taxi guy
give
goddamn
taxi
tip.
guys tips like that. Maybe
How much was it?
Maybe once in the blue it'd be like,
It's
yo,
$15.
all right, keep the change.
Yeah, take the $15.
Well, when you were dealing when I was dealing in the city, it was more like tourists and like business people, so it's kind of easier for them. It wasn't like really like regular people so much. It was more like
Uber goes hard with the tips.
yeah.
Like not the food, because food delivery people, I think they should be tipped. But the actual, point A to point B, getting a ride, they push that same system, and I think they may start at like 8%, and then it can go higher, or you can do whatever you want. You can put whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just feel like there's an increased pressure
because it's a lot of
consumer
gig
now.
work. It's a lot of independent people that are.
But I feel like we should be putting that pressure back on their employers. I feel like we should be on some shit like, yo, fam, pay these people so that they can stop begging us.
Well, I think it should be like normalize earning a tip again. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because it to me, we have this POS system that's like, just tip me.
Yeah.
And it's like I've been places before where I literally just went to get like regular Dominican spot. Chicken rice or whatever have you, and then you pour me a beer. You know what I'm saying? And I'm coming here for lunch. And it's like, POS system starts out at fucking 10%. Like what? Like
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I came here to get my lunch. I'm gonna give you whatever, and then I'll decide
Yeah.
if I want to give you a tip.
Yeah.
But you're like forcing a joint on me right away. Like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Low pressure. That's what that's what I'm noticing in my travels. I
Yeah.
want to bring it to y'all. Comment in the
Yeah.
in the comments. Comments in the comments.
Yeah, they need to stop it with the takeout spots wanting tips.
Yeah, that's
Leaving.
wild.
Yeah.
And then you said the deli
Deli
got
wanted tips.
the
Like,
deli got
everybody
the
want a
tip
tip, you know
for
what I mean?
chopped cheese. They were like, yeah, all right. So you gonna give us like a little bit? Like, come on now, stop.
Tip homie that's making your sandwich, you know what I mean? Good looking, you know what I mean? But the dude at the counter, like, get out of here, beat it.
Yeah, that's
You
not
know?
gonna happen. That's
Yeah,
wild.
but Ron, how was your week, dog?
It was cool, man. A little bit intense physically.
Hey,
Wednesday, my body felt like it should have been Friday.
that.
But
Getting
I'm
old.
just glad that it's Friday and the weekend is here, so
Yeah.
I get some time to rest. Yeah,
You
that
feel
was.
like his age. You get enough rest. Like, what's going on?
I had a lot of stuff to do this week, and I'm not a spring chicken anymore, man. You know what I realized this week is that you know how you warm up your car, you let it run. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like my body needs like
100%.
to be warmed up, but it actually it still works, right? So I could feel stiff as shit early in the morning when I get out of bed, but then once you let me move around a little bit, I get back into the rhythm, and then exactly.
Smoke coming out your ass. All that. Yeah, nigga.
So you know,
yeah,
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 you
bro.
know, you
Yo, but
don't
working
do
out
old.
while you old is a big too. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But I think that's why it's kind of
last
essential,
week.
right?
Yeah, I'm sure. I was working out last week. I was telling Ron, I came in last week. My back's on fire. I'm hurting. I went back on Monday. My shoulder's been bummed all week. Like, every time I go to work out, I spend 5 days recovering.
Because it's kind of like, all right.
And it's not soreness.
It's not
like
the same.
It hurts. Like I hurt something.
Nah, I get it.
You know what
I
I'm
get
saying?
it. I
Then
really
I gotta
feel
play a
like
different game now.
different game.
Yeah, I can't go in there and get
Different
paying
game.
weights and just.
The different game that I'm starting to notice is just the activity game.
Mhm.
I'm going into the gym to be active. I'm not going to
You're going to
fucking
play. You're going to play.
Big and Diesel.
Yeah.
I'm going into the gym to be active.
Right.
I'm gonna get on the elliptical.
Mm.
I don't care how long it takes for me to do a mile.
That shit's
I'm gonna do
boring,
a
though.
mile or 2 miles,
Yeah.
and then after that, I'm gonna lift light weights. I'm not trying to be Diesel.
It's not
I'm
about
gonna
being
lift some
diesel,
light
but it's
weights.
about sport.
It's about move.
competing with yourself too. Like, that's what gets some
I
people
get
in
it.
there.
I get
like,
it.
Yo, I put up this last
Bro,
week.
I
Let me
get
see
it.
if I can put. Oh, I used to
Yeah.
put up this. Let me
Good-
test it, but
Good fucking
my
job,
shoulder
bro.
ain't fucking.
Nice to know ya.
Maybe you're not as strong as you think you are.
No, I get it up. But
How?
my fucking body.
Why not?
don't-
Why see you may be pushing your body too much too fast.
Yeah,
You
Right?
gotta work it
I
out.
would think so.
Yeah. So maybe that's what
Start
it is.
with the 20 dumbbells. Start with the 20 pound dumbbells,
fucking
and then
Lucille
work up,
Roberts, right?
work up to 60.
Hey, Lucille, can I get them dumbbells?
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, shit.
Pray for us, all right? Pray for us in the comments, please.
Yeah.
Hey, we getting on.
Shout out to everyone tuned in on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do. Also, watch all the videos. Hit the like button. It helps the platform, our channel grow. Cigars, the Ensign Whiskey Podcast. Cigars, the Ensign Whiskey Podcast. All right. So
And tip us. We're offering you guys a service.
yeah, exactly. Everybody else is getting tips. Why not us?
Send us money.
Can I have tips?
Yeah. All right. So I guess we'll jump right in. Oh, you know what? Real quick, just a quick shout out to what we're drinking. Like I said earlier in the show, we are drinking the Glenfiddich single malt Scotch whiskey, aged 12 years. This is probably an 80 because most of these are 80s, right? Yeah, 40 ABV, 80 proof.
Should be 40
Uh,
by 80.
produced in Banshire, Scotland. All right. So
It's Scottish.
what do we think so far? First initial thoughts.
It's not bad to
not-
me.
Not bad, but it's not whiskey. It's definitely something different.
It's definitely whiskey, as a matter of fact.
Not the same characteristics
not
of your
Irish
bourbons.
whiskey.
It's
Not
not,
Irish
it's not your
whiskey.
Irish.
Right,
it's
right.
not your bourbons.
Mhm.
I think Scotch is somewhere in the middle. It's it's a little it's
Scotch is
sweet.
a hit
It's
and
sweeter
miss.
than Irish, but it's not sweet as a bourbon.
Yeah.
A little sweetness to it.
Right.
But I don't know. It's not as smooth as the Irish though.
No.
No.
It's not as
definitely
harsh as the bourbon.
Got a little
right?
bit of smokiness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So-
I would agree. Have you smoked anything in a while?
It's been a while, bro. It's been a while, and
The winter times for us, bro,
Yeah.
it's hard. We in New York, we try to do what we do.
Yeah.
But it's rough.
so
Winter
we've been
times is
missing
rough.
the cigars.
Yeah,
out of cigars and
right.
whiskey.
Yeah, I've been kind of missing it too.
yeah.
You know.
So I can't wait till the weather starts to get a little milder, so we can get outside and we
Shit,
can
it's
smoke
supposed to fucking
and
snow
review
tonight.
some cigars. Yep, exactly. All right, so I guess we'll start with the Monique joint, right?
Yeah, why not?
You want to start with that one? All right, so actress Monique
The end.
actually just came out with details on why she grew out of her open marriage arrangement with her husband.
She don't look bad in that picture.
Yo,
"Quote
the
unquote"
crazy thing
life
is,
began to
when I
start
was-
to happen.
when I
That's an
was-
old picture. She
When I
got
was
gray hair.
15,
She got a lot of gray
I
hair.
was so I had a crush on her, bro.
Monique,
Hard crush.
You're a fucking
Monique.
liar.
like hairy legs.
You're a liar.
Yeah, I am.
That's
lying.
not even his fucking type.
That's not my type. That's not my cup. of
Then
tea.
rail.
Man,
All right, so actress comedian Monique has explained how she and her husband decided to reevaluate their open marriage agreement. During an interview with the Hollywood Reporter, the Academy Award recipient discussed her partnership with her manager and husband, Sidney Hicks. During the conversation, the 55-year-old shared that Hicks is the best manager that I've ever had, and I've had the big boys. Monique further stated that she has moved beyond the idea of open marriage, which she and Hicks have been out open about in the past, including on their podcast, Monique and Sidney's Open Relationship. Life began to happen. I began to see a strength I had never seen before, she said. He loved me at my worst. I didn't want to sacrifice that just for LA, so I grew out of that. All right. Monique initially disclosed her open marriage in an Essence interview in 2006. She later discussed the arrangement on their podcast in 2016, stating that many people misunderstood the concept at the time. They thought it was about swinging and orgies. And then there were individuals who were vehement about God, and they were bringing God into their opinions. She said at the time, people lost their minds, and the criticism has never let up. All right. Initial thoughts, GB.
Initial thoughts is that she is contradicting herself.
Into the mic.
Like that whole article just sounded like a contradiction because I've always thought an open marriage was about sex, and I thought I heard her explain one time that the reason why she wanted to be in an open marriage was because she was seeing somebody while she had a long-term person that she was seeing and wanted to continue to see that person but be with her husband. So that's about sex. So to me, an open marriage has always been about sex, and not so much swinging, but you do what you want to do, I do what I want to do, but we're married. That's what I always felt the open relationship is like. She says it's not about sex, but she doesn't really explain what it's about.
Well, you could have can you have another like relationship? Does it only have to be another sexual partner? I think that's what she's trying to say.
What's
Like
the
if
point of having-
she was with someone for a long period of time,
That's the cap. Like that's that's what makes homie go along with it. Like, nah, I ain't fucking Raja, but I'm just going to see him because I like his company. Like, what sense that make?
Yeah, you should have married him, though, right?
Yeah, like what are you talking about here? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
That's
Yeah.
kind of the
You know.
thing. Like, yo,
Initial thoughts for you, yeah.
like, all right, you could want to have sex with multiple people, right, or whatever have you, but who you choose to be with, you have a connection with, unlike anybody else. And I don't know where. I don't understand what. First of all, I think something is skipped also, because I think that she might be talking about a female companionship.
That's what I was thinking.
You know, I like,
Okay.
and I think that might be something that she's talking about, a female companionship, and if that's the situation, then it changes things just a little bit.
does it?
Yeah, does it?
I think so, because, you know, if I'm in a relationship and my wife is like, all right, yo, listen, I want to be in an open relationship. It's like, all right, what does that look like? Well, you know, I got this dude at work that I want to date or whatever. All right, cool. But if it's a female, then it's kind of like, I don't think it intimidates me as much.
Can I interject?
Mike.
Can I interject for 1 second?
You can, but hold on, let me finish. I don't think it intimidates me as much if it's a female,
Oh, okay.
because
Right.
you know, all right, well, let me watch.
Yeah.
Let me be
But
with.
what
that.
if it's what if it's an aggressive female, you know what I mean, and she's wearing strap-ons and all that, and she's tampering with the pussy. Like she's like
I would probably fuck
sticking
her
all
too.
types of things in it.
I would probably fuck her too.
No, but in your wife joint, like she's stretching it out, doing all types of crazy things with it.
I'll probably fuck, like I said, I
Does
would probably fuck her
and then
too.
another thing is like, do people in open relationships have to get permission to go see the other person, or does it just happen and niggas let you know?
But no,
What's the point of it
It-
being open if I got to keep getting permission from you?
not,
Like, it
Because
should
like
be-
maybe
that
I
should
wanted
be
sex
open.
tonight. What if I wanted sex tonight? Like what if I didn't want Raja pounding you out and leaving shit in you?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Wait, okay.
And the fuck.
See,
like maybe
see.
I wanted something like nah.
Yeah, look.
It's Tuesday. It's
you
actually
al-
my night.
I always got to know what's going on. First of all, period.
Like, come
point
on
blank.
now.
We're not gonna be in an open relationship and you're staying over at fucking Roger's house.
You want to know what's going on?
And
though?
I'm using his Roger.
Shout out to Raja.
Whoever the fuck Roger
Slinging-
is, shout out to him.
slinging dick.
Yo, listen. I need to always know what's going on. If we're in an open relationship,
Yeah.
I need to always know what's going on. You're gonna tell me, I'm staying over at Roger's house. All right, you stay over at Roger's house, so I'm gonna fucking go over to Cindy's house.
Well, no, you bring your ass home. You ain't gonna be laying up.
No,
Neither.
no. We're in an open relationship.
No, you coming home every night too.
Here's the-
Nah, ain't no
No,
open
no,
relationship.
no.
You staying out.
Listen, an open relationship might be, you're going to get some dick. So listen, I'm going to make sure that I'm taken care of also.
Yeah.
So make sure you let me know, so I'm not sitting there fucking waiting for you. All right, you going to Roger's house? Bet. I'm going to a fucking Cindy's house. This will never fucking work. Just to let you know.
Yeah.
Now,
These things
no.
don't fucking work.
I think the way it works is that of course, if somebody wants an open relationship, it's because they feel like their partner is lacking something or they need
100%.
something
Penis?
additional.
Inadequate.
All right,
What
no,
vagina?
what exactly? If it could be that
Booty?
it's a female that wants vagina.
Mouth.
And you don't, as a man, you don't have a vagina. So it's like, all right, I need to go venture out and find me a female. Now, if your wife is like, I need some dick, then she's not sexually satisfied by you. Now, in that sense,
Or-
then it's not going to work.
Or she makes, or in Monique's case, she's the golden goose and she makes all the money and she could dictate the terms of her relationship.
Well, first of all, she don't make that much money. First of all, but
She
whatever.
might make
Well,
more
Roger
than him.
was
though.
her man. I mean, I should say Roger. Her husband was her manager, and his money comes from her money. So
Yeah.
No, I get it.
she's
His
the
career is
freaking-
tied to hers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like
that's a fact.
without me, you know what I mean? So I could say I could do whatever the hell I want to do, honestly.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm
a
saying?
fact. That's a
I
fact.
think there's a part of a power dynamic that we haven't really, spoke about either. You know what I mean?
I believe that
And the power
on
dynamic
in that
is
arena,
important.
as far as celebrity is concerned, I think some of this shit is relatively normal, but
Why? Do you think that?
I think it's I'm making an assumption, but I think she's talking about a woman. When you made the comment that you made about her having a long-term situation with someone else, I'm thinking she's talking about a female. No dude in his right mind would allow his wife to go sleep with another dude willingly.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Willingly, no, that's not going to happen, right?
Yeah.
Now, if it was a female, I think some men would oblige. They'll let that roll. But I don't.
But
Another
you do
dude,
have cuckolds.
you do, but some dudes wouldn't be a public cuckold. They do that shit in private. That's their private life, right?
Like Will Smith?
Well,
Damn.
they tried to keep it under wraps. They
Damn,
kept it under
son.
wraps. So,
Did they? She was going on the.
Damn,
she
did
was
I-
walking the red
did I let
carpet
the
with
cat out the
homeboy.
bag?
well, they were friends. They were. She was kind of mentoring him
Okay.
at one time.
I guess.
They publicly they made it something different. Everybody assumed that they were sleeping together, but they would say something different.
Yeah.
But these two people are telling you that they are in a open relationship. And I don't think he would agree to put it publicly if his wife was sleeping with another dude. Like, what's the point of
So-
being married if you do that, though? What's the point?
Well, to play devil's advocate, don't you just want to see your wife happy?
My dick is too small. Hey, go fuck him.
Go fuck Roger.
Go fuck Roger. We have no clue who the fuck Roger is.
Go home, Roger.
We have no clue who Roger is. Oh, why? Roger. Go fuck Roger. All right.
Yo.
Does it make you feel better?
Do you judge men who allow their women to be in open relationships?
Absolutely. I ain't gonna lie to you. I may be on some. I'm not gonna say holier than thou, but even if you do it with women, like, yo, what the fuck? What's the point of being married if you're gonna do that?
So hold on. Let's
I don't agree with none of it.
let's bring that.
I don't agree with none of it.
Are all of us judgmental?
Oh, I'm Captain Judgmental.
I already fucking know you. I'm really talking about Ron.
Oh, all right.
Between me and Ron.
I feel like everybody's judgmental. It's just
I
about if
think
you don't wanna embrace it or
everybody
not.
is judgmental, but for
Embrace
me,
it.
I try to be, when I'm speaking to somebody and I know they have a alternative perspective, I try to be as neutral as possible. Right. So somebody I think that's judgy would be like, I don't agree with that, and that's wrong, and that's what they're
That's
not
not
going.
true.
I don't think, and this
That's
is
not true at all.
All right. So let's connect on this. Real quick, because I was told that I was judgmental by a very important source
All right.
in my life.
Okay.
You're judgmental,
Yeah.
and I had to think about it, and I'm like, maybe the fuck I am. And it wasn't. It didn't make me feel any like bad way about it. It was just like, all right, I'm judgmental, but how am I judgmental? You dig what I'm saying? Like, yo, all right, I am judgmental.
Yeah.
But I'm also a loan officer also.
Okay.
So like, I kind of gotta be judgy, right? I gotta judge you.
In what way? In what way?
Well, I gotta judge you. Like,
Oh, you
yeah,
can
I
afford
gotta
this?
look
Oh,
at
you wildin'?
and
You work
judge
at
you.
McDonald's, you work at Burger King. There's no way you can afford this house. That's how you be judgmental. Bring me a Whopper next time you come in here. How are you judgmental, sir? Come on, please elaborate.
Yeah,
You foul.
like, no,
You real foul, yo.
no, real shit.
Right.
Like I have to be judgmental, but it's judgmental on numbers really when it comes to my profession. But
Well, that's analytics. Numbers are analytical.
But I was told that I get my judgmental side from my mother. And they was like, yo, you know, your mom's a judgmental. I'm like, all right, so my mom's a judgmental. So what?
So okay,
I get it.
when somebody is deemed as being judgmental, that means that somebody's saying that you think you're better than other people.
And that's kind of fucked up because that's not what judgmental is. It's just
kinda
deeming-
is, though.
I
it's-
feel like-
no.
Kind of is.
It's deeming it's so the way that I think about judgmental is I'm looking at what's coming to me and I'm able to see it before it even speaks. Whatever it is. Dog, duck, fucking woman, man, whatever.
Yeah.
If a fucking duck comes up to me, I'm like, I'm judging this as a goddamn aggressive duck. If a dog comes up to me,
Yeah.
this is an aggressive fucking dog.
Yeah.
If a person comes up to me and they're drunk and high,
Yeah.
I'm gonna judge you as, yo, you're drunk and you're fucking high.
What about a horse? Make a horse noise.
It's not as black and white as that.
Yo,
Horse noise always hard.
It's not as black as white.
was
black and
that
white.
a good horse noise?
No, it was.
all right?
It was. It
was
was.
a decent one.
But it's not that. It's not that black
It
and
was
white.
decent. It's not that black and white. But to like,
'Cause usually
I
when
think
you-
there's a
with the
negative
wait.
connotation
It is.
of
Because
being judgmental.
normally when you're judging somebody, you're hurting their feelings because
No.
they feel a way about something, right?
No.
And maybe they did something or they don't do something or whatever, and you're putting your
Take it from a real judgmental person. You're never gonna tell a person what they really think, what you really think. To be judgmental is only to have an opinion. You have an opinion. That's the only reason we can even do this podcast, that we can watch something and react to it.
I get it.
Like we're not on the fence. You ever talk to somebody about something and they just like don't know? Everything is I don't know. Like some people just refuse to like think about something. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. To be judgmental is only to have an opinion. Now to be preachy or to be overbearing is to put your opinion onto other people. And I feel like that makes for a bad personality trait, a bad friend, and all that. You could think a certain way, but you don't always gotta say it.
But usually people that are called judgmental, they do say it.
Nah, I don't.
And that's the reason. That's the
but
reason
the
why.
thing. That's and here's the thing. And this is what I said earlier. Yo, I'm saying it to you because I'm comfortable with saying it
but
to
I'm not going
you.
the street,
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
yo, yeah.
But on a regular basis, yo, the only reason you're telling me I'm judgmental because I'm comfortable with saying what I say to you.
Exactly.
But on a regular basis, most people don't fucking hear what I say.
Shit, to be judgmental on here. Listen to our meetings. Meetings,
They don't
judgmental
fucking
parties.
hear my shit.
Yeah.
They don't hear what the
It's
fuck
only
I
to have an
think.
opinion, and you're only sounding off that person is to hear what their opinion is, and you go back and forth on opinion. That's all it is.
It's so bad.
I feel
yo.
to be
It's-
judgmental is
it's
only
like,
to have an
yo,
opinion.
dude,
You see something or you observe something. What do you think about that? I don't know. I didn't really think about it. Oh, forget it.
No, there's different ways, bro. There's different ways to have an opinion, and everybody has an opinion.
Good or bad?
It's not even good or
bad,
bad,
indifferent.
right?
Doesn't
No,
matter.
I think the people that are accepted more are indifferent, right?
Yeah.
They could kind of see both sides. They're not gonna shun you
No.
for something that you did.
Objective is to see both sides, even if to see both sides. Indifferent is like apathy. It's like not even caring. Like your brain is not even working.
Yes,
turn your fucking
you're right.
brain on
You're
so you have
absolutely
this-
right. You're
like
right.
opinion
You're
on
right.
it. It's like, you know what
You're
I
right.
mean? Yeah.
You're right. All right. So where were we?
We were at the next.
Oh, yes.
Joint.
I was saying that I don't think open relationships, either way, if your wife is dating another woman or she's dating another man, either way, it's a no-go for me.
I have to second that. Even if it went both ways, I would be annoyed. It's like it's not worth what's going on the other side.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
So, fellas, if you ever want to do that, just cheat.
Just cheat?
That's bad advice.
I think that's bad advice.
But
that's judgy, right? You giving bad advice? That me being judgy?
That's in bad judgment.
Yeah, don't cheat. If
don't cheat, but
if there's lack in your relationship, if you want to, if somebody wants a open situation, they want something else.
They want your security, but not you.
They might not even want your security. They might just feel like, all right, I made a commitment under God, and I got to stick to this shit, but I don't really want to be here. So I need to do what I can do while I'm in the situation to make myself happy. It's all selfish shit.
Their story was a success story. It started off as an open relationship, and now she changed her mind, and now she wants one husband. And
she probably got dumped. She probably got dumped or something. Yo,
Roger got married,
and that's the thing, right? It's hard. It's easier for a woman to find. If there's an open situation, it's probably way easier for a female to find someone to do with than a man, right? So let's just say you say to your wife, all right, yeah, let's do this open marriage thing. And she finds somebody right away. And then you having trouble. And you can't find nobody. You can't find nobody to sleep with you.
Nah, yeah.
Call the prostitute.
The
open marriage clause.
Yeah, nah.
Right?
Is that really open marriage? If you say like, yo, all right, every Thursday I get to sleep with a prostitute, like, is that open?
You asking me?
I'm
like, nigga, man, listen.
How does that work?
I ain't gonna never had no problem getting no other fucking female. Like,
hey, pop your collar, playboy.
That would never happen.
Oh, nigga, please.
Pop your collar.
That ain't never gonna happen. Like, all period, right. Point blank. That's not gonna happen. Yo, I adore my wife. I ain't never gonna have no problem with another female looking at me and wanting to be with me. Period.
Yeah, you the shit, man. You the shit.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Yeah. All right. So,
yeah, that's a no to open relationships, I think.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I believe
good luck to them in their future endeavors, and thanks for sharing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. That's it. Kapow.
You think we should do the other article or just nix that or
do the other article? Yeah.
All right. So, moving on. There was another article on the gram speaking about if spending too much time with your significant other is detrimental to your relationship. It says that couples need time apart. All right. Real quick. Development of successful relationships requires careful time management. Spending quality time together is crucial for building trust and love, necessary for fulfilling relationships. However, excessive time together can have the opposite effect and drive couples apart. All right. It's essential to avoid inviting yourself when your partner plans to spend time with their friends. Doing so can make you feel like a third wheel, unwanted and unwelcome. Your presence can also create an added burden for your partner, who must now balance the wants and needs with those of their friends. It's best to respect your partner's plans and use the opportunity to make plans of your own. Supporting your partner is critical, but it's equally important not to smother them. Constantly being around your partner can feel restrictive and suffocating, leading to a feeling of frustration and resentment. It's important to recognize when it's necessary to be there for your partner and when it's appropriate to step back and let them handle things on their own. Communication and experience can help you navigate these situations, and if in doubt, it's always okay to ask your partner. While essentially to spend quality time with your partner, while it's essential to spend quality time with your partner, it's equally important to give them space. Spending too much time together can cause a sense of longing to fade, leading to complacency and relationships yeah. All right. Your first thoughts. First thoughts, KB. Spending quality time, or spending too much time together. Would you agree that is detrimental to relationships?
No, well, I feel like before, yeah. Well, I feel like it goes the main thing with relationships is understand you're an individual, bro. Like there is no couple if you don't understand you're an individual. So you're gonna have things that you need to do for yourself. You're gonna have things that you enjoy yourself. And your partner might not enjoy, or maybe they do enjoy, but you just need to do things for yourself also. You know, and I really believe that. I really believe that you have to have the things that you want to do by yourself. You want to have your own time to yourself, and that's just what it is. I really believe that.
Do you think it's something that you have to learn the hard way? Like you have to be in it and kind of had that bad experience? Or can you, if a 19-year-old kid reads that article, could he understand from that article? Or is it just something that you're going to have to go through and kind of like see on your own?
What, like a break, or have it kind of implode all in your face?
Well, I feel like initially if I'm equating everybody young to me, like we kind of like, in the courting stage, we kind of like love bomb a little bit. We kind of pour into our, person that we're courting. You know what I mean?
I think it depends on the situation. I think it depends on the person.
Okay, all right. It depends on the person. But those of us who do like kind of like on the phone, everything's a function, everything. But it's kind of like when it's guy time, I think you have to understand when it's guy time. Either don't go.
That's a tactic, though.
What's a tactic?
A tactic is to kind of get a female. Should I say this on the mic? Or fuck it, I'll say it.
Dirty Mackin, go ahead, man. Tell him. Let the cow back.
You do love bomb, right? Mm-hmm. And then you cut. You kind of slow down communication, mm-hmm. and you get the female guessing like what happened. So now you're so into her, and then all of a sudden you kind of cut the cord in a sense, and now she's guessing, and then the chase reverses. Does that make sense?
100%.
So
that's the game. You done told everybody the game.
Sorry.
Thanks a lot. Sky, man. Anything for views, yo.
Well, no, that's always been a shit. Like, yo, you kind of you dive in, right? Like, whatever.
Talk about it.
No, I'm not gonna fucking keep on doing.
Yo, bro, I just caught a Charlie horse.
See, look at you, huh? Yeah, old nigga.
The devil.
Look at a fucking banana.
That's the devil from fucking letting everybody know
wow.
how niggas supposed to be dating.
Yeah, right? Look at a banana, bro. Boundaries. Yo, guy time is guy time. Please, if you're a guy that doesn't understand, don't bring wifey around the boy. Like, maybe you didn't know it wasn't the wifey and the boys' night, but
No, if I tell you, listen,
wait. Okay,
this is the homie night, and you bring your wifey.
My wife.
It's a problem.
What if my wife is my best homie?
Well, like, then she's gonna have to go home.
Well, you got a best homie at work too. You ain't bringing Roger with you from work.
How you know? But if I felt like it, like all right, niggas, Jews
I'm gonna feel
they
away.
love their significant other, and
gonna
it can
feel
go
away.
both ways,
I'm
right?
gonna feel away.
You gonna feel away? Why?
I'm gonna feel away if I tell you, yo, it's homie night, and you bring your wifey to homie night. I'm gonna tell you, what are you doing?
Smoking cigars, you playing some cards, we talking
You
shit.
retarded or what?
You know what
like,
I
yo,
mean?
you didn't
What if
understand
my-
what
what
the
if-
fucking,
all right, if
You
my-
know what I mean?
you didn't understand
my lady
the
messes
rules
up
of
the vibe.
engagement. The rules of engagement were, this is homie night. There's no women involved.
How do you correct that if someone does that?
You didn't understand the rules of engagement. What's going on? Why would you do that? Ask them.
in front of her.
It could be in front of her, or it could be just pull him to the side. What's up? What's up? I told you. Yo, this is homie night.
Yeah.
We chilling.
So we were
Well,
out.
we don't need
were,
no
We
estrogen.
were, you know what
There's no
I mean?
estrogen.
You live a little further out. We were out, and we were out at dinner, and I feel like I really wanted to come. I didn't think it was a big deal.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yo, thanks for stopping by. Now you can be dismissed.
Jazzy Jeppin'
That's
niggas.
fucked up.
You foul, son. You jazzy.
That's it.
Jazzy
But
Jeppin'
I
him and his
appreciate.
wife?
No. The whole thing is, I appreciate you thinking about coming by.
Right.
Now you're here.
Yeah.
Now you can go.
You gonna tell me to leave?
I would tell you to leave.
Damn, son.
I would tell you if you no disrespect to Michelle, I love you to death.
Cold world.
If you were at the Deer Park outlets because they're close to my house, whatever happened.
Yeah, man. We was out there at Tommy.
And
Why
y'all
are you
went,
saying I shop at outlets? Nah, go ahead.
and then y'all
Ron
went,
likes to save a buck or two.
y'all went to Popeyes. This is not Popeyes the chain.
Yeah.
If y'all went to Popeyes after that, the seafood restaurant, and you was like, yo, I was in the area, blah blah blah, and you brought Michelle to the crib, I'd be like, yo, that's dope. You got 15 minutes, and then
You gonna do me like two?
Yeah, I would-
You gonna do me like
Yo.
Boogaloo and above the rim?
Yeah, you
Here's the
smell
thing,
like
yo,
fish, nigga.
this is a team meeting, so I appreciate you get the fuck out.
yeah, real shit, yo. And I would. This is me. I would hinge on my wife. If my wife is around
Yeah.
and his wife is around, then they can maybe link up, and then we can go about regular
Right.
adult, men
Yeah.
activities.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
boxery.
But if my wife ain't around,
Yeah.
what the fuck is she
We
gonna
ain't got
do?
no babysitter for your wife, so I don't know
Dig
what we're
what
gonna
I'm
do, bro.
saying? Like, yo, like real shit.
Yeah.
My
'Cause if
wife
you bought
could
his kid,
babysit you.
What if a nigga bring his kid? Have him won a game or something?
That's
Well,
weird.
all right. I'm a okay. Certain
That's weird.
dudes should have a barometer of the situation. Like if I come somewhere with my wife, and first of all, if it's all dudes, I'm not going to want to stick around with my wife. I'm like, yo, damn, this whole nigga said, your wife here? Nah, she ain't here. All right, I'm gonna see you. I'm out.
Nigga gonna start talking crazy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna have my wife around, me and a bunch of my homies or whatever, a bunch of niggas. Nah, all right, I'm gonna check you later. I'm out.
And that really is what it is. It's understanding. All right, what do you?
But on the other side, you gotta understand that some couples are just click tight like that,
They're
bro.
a package deal.
And that's fine.
It's either
exactly.
all or nothing.
That's fine.
You'll never see me again, Kyle,
That's
if I
fine.
can't bring my wife every
That's
time
fine.
I come over here.
I love you. God bless. Good night.
Oh shit. You a foul nigga, yo.
Absolutely.
I love you. God bless. Good night. We need our own fucking little bit of time, bro.
You're right though.
We need
You're
our
right.
own little bit of time.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yo, we no estrogen in the building.
Nah.
We need that. This is
Fact.
what it is.
Fact. Fact. What we got next, yo? I think we got the Tyrese joint up too, right?
All right. So we don't got no more on this one. The power plug for the computer right there.
I think I'm good on this. Like I feel like, Kyle said it all.
The black one. The black one right there. All right.
Kyle
All right.
said that. So hopefully you don't gotta go through that.
All right, so we'll jump into Tyrese. Speaking
What
about
this hoe ass nigga say?
he's speaking about his ex-wife and
What this hoe ass nigga say?
her lack of feelings. You know what I mean? So
Oh, so he don't got feelings, but she got feelings. This is gonna be interesting.
let's see. Let me see. Let me pull it up.
Her lack of feelings when he's over feeling. Ooh, if that ain't gonna fucking flip.
Hold on. Come on.
Literal, because I want y'all to understand.
All right.
So, front of my house is my office. And so I would send the nanny out the front door, and I had curtains, and my windows are tinted in my office.
Hold on.
And so every time Sam would pull up to drop the baby off, I'd be standing behind
you guys
the
hear?
curtain and just looking.
I can't hear it.
And everything about her energy was like she had literally disconnected and disassociated herself from everything that had to do with everything. We got married in this house. We made this baby in this house. We had our first dance in this house. How the fuck could you pull up to this house with so many emotional and sentimental moments that we have shared and started a family, and you pulling up, dropping the baby off like it's a fucking daycare? She would get out the car, singing like this to the baby in the car seat. She would get the baby, hand it to the nanny, and just get in the car, okay, bye, and drive the fuck off. And I would be sitting in the fucking window, just like this, looking for something before you get in the car. Can you have a moment? Look up at the house. Look at your life and your world that we shared together. We tore the street sign down. We used to pull up in front of this house and pray in front of the house because we knew that our life and our family was going to be lived in this house. And when we got there after we closed, we said, hold on, don't take the sign down. We want to see you pull the shovel out and take the sign down. We prayed this for sale sign out the front door. And I just wanted her to give the baby to the nanny. And before she get in the car, just look up and go, then get in the car and leave.
Yeah.
Give me something that feels like we had a life in this motherfucker for 5 years. So I don't understand. So this is not a song. I don't think you ever loved me. It's not because she left me. People leave each other all the time. It was all the other shit that happened that was so heartless and so abrasive. And here I am. I got the biggest heart of anybody you'll ever meet. And I would have never done that to me. I would have never done that to her. Okay, this is perfect. Watch this, y'all. I'm being very literal because I want y'all to understand my life. So, front of my house is my office.
All right. So yeah, that's it.
And so I would send the nanny out the front door, and I had curtains, and my windows are tinted in my office. And so every time Sam would pull up to drop the baby,
He ain't got no friends, yo.
I'd be
If
standing
I was
behind the
Tyrese,
curtain and just looking.
close friend.
Hold on. One
And
second.
everything about her energy was like she had literally
I have to add the video later on because I don't know where it went. We got the audio on there, but the visual, I gotta put the visual on there.
So the audio was working.
The audio was fine.
Okay, so everybody at home heard it.
Yeah, I think everybody heard it. They just didn't see. So some of his joints, he had did some expressions to really,
That boy was animated.
yeah.
So he was singing on the back of that bus animated. That nigga was acting that shit out, boy.
That McDonald's commercial was
Is,
fire.
is that you thought it was acting?
Yeah, I think it was acting.
I
boy,
felt
big cap.
I felt some sympathy for him, man.
Simply for what?
Because when he said, like, did you ever love me? The way he laid the story out, that's what made me wonder, like, it sounded like she never even loved you. It's like, all right, I got with this dude. He's a superstar, musician, actor. And yeah, I'm going to get with him. I have a baby or whatever. And, all right, we do this for a little while and then I go my way. I don't know all the backstory of their relationship, and that's just his side. That's just his side. But I get what he's saying, where it's like a woman should be a little more emotionally connected to the situation.
To who? The nanny? He
No,
said he sat
no.
in the window and waited for the nanny to
Not
go
for
out
the
and get it.
nanny, for the fact that, yo, this was your house or whatever. You know, this is where you live. This is where we got married. This is where we had our kid. This is you know, this used to be your
He
house.
wanted
Kid,
more.
the kid. The kid is what's important in this whole thing. She's attentive to the kid, as he should worry about his kid. I was doing a little research. They got split in 2017. That's more than enough time to get over this. Like I was saying, he must not have any real
It's
friends.
6 years and he still talking about this shit?
Yeah, it's like
Yo, bro, and
if
that's
he had
that's
real
another.
friends.
Well,
if he had no, they got.
No, I get what you're saying, but I respect the fact that as a celebrity that probably could leave one woman and find another woman, the fact that he was really actually
They got married. in
really
17.
tied to this female. Like he sounded like he really loves this chick, bro.
Yeah.
So
He loved the fact that he bringing that shit into court as court documents and fucking saying shit to bring into court. That's what it is. All right, yo. Let's not get shit twisted. He pays the child support. Does he not?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's all this shit is for she don't really even care. Da da da. Blah, blah. That's another court document.
he's not saying she doesn't care about the kid or anything. He's just like, if she don't
care about
She don't
him.
care about me anymore. Like,
Yeah.
she's over
I
our
get it.
relationship, and I'm obviously
Yeah, and
not.
he's not over
Even
it.
though he probably dating,
Yeah,
got
I
a
get
chick
it.
upstairs, doing whatever, doing his
I get it.
thing.
What does that matter,
He still
though?
wants her.
That's all court shit. That's all that all
Why?
goes in the
That's
court.
not court shit.
What are you fucking?
If they
what
are they
talking
already
about?
divorced?
Yes.
They're
They're
not
already
together,
divorced.
and he's still paying child support, right?
Child support though has nothing to do with the relationship or how it ended. It's not like, all right, you did X, Y, and Z, so now I don't got to pay you alimony. Like, the child is the child. That doesn't have anything to do with the divorce proceedings. You know what I mean? Like,
But if he's trying to prove a point to where he wants to take a child or he wants to have the child,
I don't think that was what it was. He's not
I
saying.
don't know what it is.
No,
but
I don't think. I don't
take-
think his gripe has nothing to do with the child. He made the comment of, it's like you just dropping the child off at the babysitter. Is the fact that you have no emotional ties to this crib, to us, to our relationship, to our family. It's like you just kind of just threw it in the rear view mirror and you just moved on. I think that's what he's trying to say.
All right. So what do you think? Because obviously Tyrese is not here. What do you think that he expects?
I think he's still in love with her. That's what it sounds like. What about you? What do you think, GB?
I feel like he still. I feel like he's upset that he can't control the way she's acting. I feel like he's just. I don't know. I don't know that man. I don't know how he's processing this divorce as a man who's been separated, divorced. It's not, it's not a pretty, thing. It's embarrassing. It's and it's hurtful, you know what I mean? Could you build with somebody and you think you're gonna spend your life with them, and it's not happening, you know what I mean?
Why is it embarrassing though?
Because it's a public failure.
Why is it a failure?
It's a failure of marriage.
Well, it's a disagreement.
A
and
divorce is a failure of marriage.
You think people care that much?
No, but you should care. It's
I don't
your
think you
name.
should care.
It's on your.
I don't
No,
think
yeah,
it's
you
as
should
much.
care, but I think
And this is
people worry
coming
about
from a
what
dude
other
that has
people
been
think.
divorced
Right,
also.
right, yeah.
It is what it is.
Mm.
The person,
Nothing is
the
what it
person
is.
that I was with didn't work out well with me.
Yeah. But that means you chose wrong. And that's
No.
a failure in marriage.
It doesn't mean I chose wrong. It means that
That doesn't
whatever
mean that.
happened wasn't what I thought it was, and such is life. Such is life.
You chose
Real-
the wrong
real-
person to marry.
All right, so you might choose the wrong
It's like
job.
some
You
people
might choose
choose
the wrong
and then
job.
you get fired, and that's embarrassing. Any
And then you
failure
move-
is
and then you move-
embarrassing.
and then you move on, and
You
then you
move
get a better
on,
job,
but it's
right?
still embarrassing.
You
Like
get
it
a-
doesn't.
do you
You
move on
keep
and get a
using the
better
word
job?
embarrassing. Like,
Why is it such a bad word?
Ain't no
because like yo, that
embarrassment,
Why is it- why-
embarrassment
why
is
is it
based
triggering?
on other
It's not
people's.
triggering to me. It's
No,
not.
No,
It's
no.
not.
Embarrassing is based on other people's perspective of what
Or-
what you're going
No,
through.
embarrassing is how you feel. You feel like, you know what I mean?
Because you think
not-
other people are looking at you a certain way.
I didn't bring any.
It's
shame
all- it's
to
all
my-
about
to my
outside
family
I didn't say
from-
shame. Like I said embarrassment.
Well,
I
it's
said, like,
embarrassment, shame, whatever have you. I didn't bring any of that when I got divorced from my first wife. It is what it is.
well, it doesn't linger. It's not baggage or anything like that, but it's the initial feeling.
It is
It's like,
baggage,
yo,
though.
You think it's baggage?
Why could it not be baggage though?
Why
No
couldn't it,
kids?
why would it? You know what I mean?
Well,
like
I mean,
if you
you're
You
different.
can hold
Yeah.
on to feelings. Like yo, we're talking about feelings. Like he has
well,
a
then
child,
that's a good
but
feeling because then you'll work harder at your next marriage for it to work.
Or maybe you don't.
So, yeah.
work harder. Maybe you
Oh,
don't
because it's
work
just going to
harder.
end too, and then you just
No.
divorced
you,
again?
You don't think?
or you just never get married again.
So,
I think people
or
pick
you
the
don't
same
get
type of
married
people.
again. But don't think that just because you get divorced, then you just go super hard into the next marriage. I'm gonna make this work. No, either you pick the next right one or you don't.
No,
Like,
well,
you're
well,
not-
you
you're not
pick
gonna-
the well, you look in the mirror, you be like, all right, this is what I can do better, and you learn from your shortcomings, and you pick a better, more compatible person for you. You don't try to change somebody and mold them to you. You find someone that is completely compatible with you. You learn from what you kind of like, you know, like you change your mindset and what you're gonna bring into it, and you perform better. And,
No, that
and
sounds-
you have,
that-
you know, just
that sounds good. But you know, once somebody is divorced already, the likelihood of their second marriage working, it goes down a lot.
really.
Yeah.
Oh, I never heard that.
The odds are the odds are higher of divorce in the second marriage.
I've never heard that stat. I don't understand how that works. Why?
I don't know why.
I would feel like you learn from your mistakes and then you get better. You know what I mean? Especially unless you just like getting married.
If
but-
I would give a hypothesis,
yeah, please.
I believe that most people pick the same type of people. Very rarely, I think like you're attracted to what you're attracted to.
Because they weren't embarrassed.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
So,
you know what I mean? If you felt shame in your failure, then maybe you would do better.
Possibly, but usually people have their types. They have personality traits that they feel like they click with, and that doesn't change just because you got divorced, right? And a lot of the times, people don't take accountability for what happened in their relationship, right? Either side. Both. If you probably speak to two couple that divorced, each one will probably tell you that it was the other person's fault, right? So,
Yeah, but
and then you made a comment is that you picked the wrong person. You picked the wrong person or whatever
Yeah.
like that.
yes,
You could have been the wrong person.
that too.
You know what I mean?
That means you
but
picked the
people
wrong
don't.
person.
People don't.
If
when
you're
you,
the
when
wrong
you hear
person
people
for
say
that
that,
person by design, then you're that wrong person for them too. Like you picked the wrong person. Any way you look at it, you picked the wrong person. A man asking for a woman hand in marriage. That is on you.
Okay.
You picked the wrong person.
It might
You
not be
picked
the
her.
wrong person.
She ain't asked you to marry
It
her.
might not-
She
no,
asked you
no,
to marry.
no. It might not even be the wrong person. It might be you weren't ready, or you gave up on it too early, or you didn't try to work on the shit enough to make it work.
And where was that person doing during that time?
You can't worry about the other person. You got to worry about what you can do, not what the other person can do.
But then you have to, if you know you have tendencies to give up on things, maybe you have to find
Well, I'm
a
saying
partner
that's what
or
happened.
wife
That's what
who will
happened,
fight.
and then you
know
just
what I
be
mean?
divorced.
Well,
if you
no,
give up
will
on stuff.
find to find the right person. If
And
you're
you
a
probably
person
give up on
who
your
gives
next
up on
situation
things,
too.
but you find the right person who will fight for it and is logical and is going to stick with you while you're working things out.
If you a person that's gonna give up, Why? What makes you not give up on the next situation?
Maybe you will, but what I keep saying is that's why I say you keep picking the wrong person. The other person is going to give up with you. But if you find the right person, maybe that right person will continue to fight. Let me give this person a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, and come back. And maybe you have to find someone who will fight for your love.
Nah, if you're gonna give up, you're gonna give up.
And that's a flaw
If
altogether.
if you're a give up ass nigga, then you're a give up ass.
And that's an
nigga.
extreme case. I was just trying not to duck out the argument because them niggas.
Like, yo, no matter how much somebody wants to fight for it, if
Right.
you're a give up ass
Yeah.
nigga, you're gonna be like, fuck this bitch that keeps on trying to fucking fight for this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm a
Fighting
give
for
up
my
ass
love.
nigga. I'm a give up dude. Like, yo, fuck out of here. Like, I'm on to the next one.
Yeah.
Yo,
You
you
dig what
gotta
I'm saying?
you look at this dude, man. It's 6 years later.
Yeah.
He's still in it. He not really trying. I don't know. He don't
Who
sound
talking
like
about Tyrese?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you saying like,
Man,
oh,
that
maybe
nigga's
he don't
too
got no
emotional,
friends.
yo.
He don't
Nah.
got friends. He doesn't
He's
have a
way too
judgmental
emotional.
friend in his crew.
No, he doesn't.
Like, I'll be
A
calling a nigga like,
judgmental-
yo,
no,
call
no.
me. I'll be like, yo, nigga, you
Okay.
look crazy.
What is
right
that? What is that judgmental friend?
Yo, I'm telling you.
What does that judgmental friend do for you? He helps you push. He makes you walk out the door quicker because he makes you feel like, all right, you bugging for doing what you're doing,
Yeah.
for trying to save your relationship.
No, you bugging for acting the way you acting because,
Hold on. Is a judgmental friend fucked up?
nah, I think everybody needs a
I think a
judgmental friend.
judgmental friend.
Everybody
is
needs a
good.
cheerleader. Judgmental friend is a
'Cause it
cheerleader.
pushes him.
A cheerleader to
Yeah.
get divorced.
It pushes him.
Cheerleader for anything. It's a cheerleader and anything
No,
you look
no,
at it,
no.
yo.
All right.
She ain't treating you right.
All right,
She
no,
ain't
hold on.
doing
Smoke
this.
some
She not
crack.
doing right.
Smoke crack.
Hold on.
Smoke
Hold
crack.
Home now.
No.
They judge you after you smoke it.
Let's talk about it in this
Yeah,
context.
first thing
Because
you crack it.
this is kind of dope.
Yeah.
I never thought about it in this light. Like, yo, all right. You have a judgmental friend that off the rip, he's gonna tell you exactly what it is and push you off the ledge. Go.
Yeah.
Bow. Go.
Yeah.
You might go off the ledge, but that doesn't mean that you fucking die. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You might go off the ledge and like, oh shit. Like you get caught on something.
Mm-hmm.
And then now you're thinking about it. But your judgmental friend put it in motion. Think about what you're doing. I want you to fucking get rid of her. She's terrible. I want you to fucking get rid of her. And then he gets the fucking balls. Yeah, I'm out of here. Fuck her. I don't like her anymore. I'm out of here. I'm jumping off the ledge. But then he gets caught on the ledge. Hold on, now I'm thinking, do I really need to fucking go? Your judgmental friend has already said what he said. You already made your action. But now the thought is in process. It's not, you made an action. But now the action, you're able to actually think about it without dying.
Yeah.
You think what I'm saying? You're not dead
He
yet.
sets the bar.
I
This
think
is what
that's
we
important.
think about. This is what we think about.
I
this
think that's
situation
important. I
right
think
there.
that's
Do with
important.
it what you want.
I think
this
that's
is the mirror.
important.
This is how you look. You look crazy, big boy. Relax. Like, yo, dog, I know you up there promoting Fast and Furious 13, Baby Boy 2, and freaking whatever else you was in. But dog, talk about the movies. You need to move on.
Bro.
And yo, and honestly, if
Bro.
you really fighting, you have assing.
Bro.
Even the story sounds crazy. Fam, why do you have a nanny going and picking up? If you want your wife back, right? Your ex-wife back, right? Why don't you just like both pour into your daughter? If you said that she pulls up to the house and she's making your daughter feel comfortable about leaving her, wouldn't it be fly if you walked out the house instead of hiding behind the blinds and the freaking curtains and walked out to that car, greeted her mother, and took your daughter from her mother?
Well, he's a weirdo.
Instead of having your nanny going out there and you
He's a
hiding behind the
weirdo,
thing, you just want to
bro.
control the situation, control the narrative.
He's a weirdo.
Sound a little crazy, you know what I mean? I do sympathize for him, you know what I mean, a little bit, but
you know what?
He's a weirdo.
Let me you know what? I'm gonna take that negative content off of it. Not a weirdo. he's a man
So that's the problem.
that has some issues, that has not dealt with the issues that he has, because I don't think he has friends that work through shit that he needs to work through. So he's by himself with his emotions and the issues that he has. I really feel like that's what it is, and he has to work through what's
What's so bad about that?
What do you mean? What's so bad about that? It's
Wait.
impossible. We're on an island.
Wait. Okay.
I don't think there's anything bad about that, Ron.
All right. So let's just say.
I think that
let me say.
when we say bad,
when let's just say, I don't know his situation with his ex-wife, but let's just say she was to see the interview and like, yo, he really cares. Like, damn, he really is still into me. He may want this to work. And that could be the start of the reconnection with him and his ex-wife, right? Now, what happens normally when you have friends that are in your ear, and then you have a lot of friends that give bad advice, terrible advice about your relationship.
Why are you looking at me when you're saying
no, I'm not looking at you.
Oh, okay, sorry.
About your relationship,
I was
right?
looking at him. I was looking at him.
And they'll tell you some shit that they probably wouldn't even do themselves, or a situation that they've never been in their life, but they're gonna tell you how you should navigate through this shit, right? Or you look crazy for doing this, that, and the third because you in love with a female or whatever, right? But all of us know you do dumb shit, or you could look crazy when you are in love with somebody.
But Ron, you do understand that we know right from wrong.
No. It's not about right from wrong.
It is
right.
It is.
It's all
what breaks down.
All these situations are subjective, and then like I said, a lot of the times you're talking about people that have never gone through the situation, right? So, or have never gone through anything. So their first thing is to tell you to walk away, quit. You might as well quit this shit. This shit, it's no good. This is like, that's what people say when you got a job that, the boss is on your ass like that. Yo, you need to quit. Your chick is doing this, that, and the third. You need to leave that relationship. Yo, niggas will tell you to quit or leave like that. And why not fight through? A lot of the times, dudes don't want to leave. They do that because somebody tells them they're looking crazy and you need to go. But they was okay. They was okay looking crazy, doing the shit that they was doing without nobody saying. If you don't say nothing, you dead ass silent. That nigga would do the craziest shit. You be like, yo, that nigga's bugging, right? But you'll say that. But if you kept it to yourself, he'd probably still do crazy shit. It'd be somebody on his homie or something to tell him like, yo, you bugging, you looking crazy or whatever out here in these streets or whatever. Then he gonna stop. Then he stop fighting for his love or his relationship. I just feel like, there's always a chance, and we give up too easy. And we worry about embarrassment. Embarrassment is based on other people's perspective, or like the way you think that other people are perceiving you. And 8 times or even 7 times out of 10 times, people don't give a fuck. Or 9 times out of 10, they may mention it once, like, oh, word, yo, they going through some shit. But then they don't think about that shit afterwards. They could really give a shit about it. Just my perspective.
Well, all right. That's a good perspective. That's cool. If I had to push back on it, I would say,
please do.
Your friend, your person who is giving you advice, is an objective person in the situation. They're not in your relationship. They want the best for you. They know you before you were.
That's
in
not
this.
true.
They want well, you should be taking advice from people who want the best from you. And if you can't even like sparse that out, then I don't know what to tell you. But your friends should want the best for you. You know what I'm saying?
If your friends want the best for you,
yeah.
A lot of dudes do not give you both sides. They give you what they feel.
But it's always,
you know what?
did
You know
do?
it's crazy.
What you do?
You having problems with? I never liked her anyway.
It's like, yo, what you do? She was bugging at the crib. What you do? She did this at the crib. What you do? What's going on?
Yeah, what you do? That's what you did. That's what you did.
Try to get the full thing of this. You know what I mean? But you want the best for your people, and you don't want somebody to be with somebody that's gonna walk all over them. So you do give that advice to, like, you know what I mean, split or that bad advice. I've done give plenty of people advice.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
The fact of the
fucking
matter
split.
is that, everyone has their own perspective on what life is. You dig what I'm saying? Like, whether you whether you care to share it or not share it, but everybody has their own view of what shit is. So I can't force you to think the same way that I think.
Nah.
I can't force Ron to think the same way that I think. You know what I'm saying? You could say whatever you say, but it is what it is.
But I thought we were on the same page. I thought, like, we grew up from the sandbox.
It's
so
not about- it's
I
not
felt
about
like,
that,
you know
though.
what I mean? Like, we
Not
were
about
all on the
that.
same page and we all wanted the same things out of life and out of our wives and out of marriage. But then you're coming to me and be like, yo, 4 years into the marriage, your wife is looking for an open marriage. I'm going to tell you that you bugging for even considering it. And you should kick it to the curb. And that's what I'm telling my friend.
Okay.
But
Know
what
what I'm
if what if your friend is down with that? He's like, yo,
You
know
you
what,
could
she
do
wants
better.
that?
I need to build him up
she wants
enough.
that.
I need to build him up enough to let him know that he can do better.
No,
This nigga had
That's
to go
the
to
problem.
a super extreme
that's
scenario.
the problem. That's the problem.
Open marriage, like open marriage.
Stop fighting it.
The
me get this win then.
The problem is,
Stop biting it.
Maybe your homie wants an open marriage.
Tap out.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you don't want it because you ain't. Nigga, I know you from the sandbox. You ain't having, you know what I mean, nobody coming through and picking up your wisdom and taking it to the dirty curdy.
Maybe
You know
that's
what I
what he
mean?
likes.
Doing
Maybe
it
he's a
dirty
cuckold.
and bringing it
Maybe he's a
back.
cuckold.
Wait,
You don't know these
not
things.
my friend.
That's
Can
what
I-
I'm saying.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
Like,
not your friend, but I'm just saying.
should people that are married going through stuff take advice from non-married people?
Non-married people?
Yes.
I don't think it even matters. I don't think they should take advice from anybody until they absolutely need it.
What do you think?
He said that shit.
Okay.
I'm married, not married, dead, a spirit,
He said that shit.
TV, Maury.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't take advice from anybody until I absolutely need it. I don't trust me. I ain't asking. Nigga, I trust me. I know. I'm the hardest on myself.
He said
So
that
please
shit.
believe by the time I do it,
Mm.
I'm gonna, you know what I mean? I'm gonna fix it.
Gotcha.
But Tyrese needs to concentrate on the babies. Let's peel it back a little further, where I do have a little sympathy for him because he got married in 2017. He was fully established, did movies, albums, everything. He's at the height, almost the height of his career. He's on Transformers, everything. He rocking and rolling, you know what I mean? It's gotta be hard to really find
What
authentic
grace are you
love.
trying to give this dude right now? Like,
I-
I don't
no,
fucking
well,
get
no, well,
what
well,
kind of grace you trying to get this
If
dude.
you look,
like, for
well,
what?
let's.
Yeah.
This is a podcast. Let's look at it objectively. Let's look at men who are established at a later age in life looking for love. Even look at Tiger Woods. You know what I mean? Cheating on his wife and all that. Didn't he have to pull like a little stunt on his latest shorty? Fake like they were going on vacation,
Yeah.
have her pack up all her stuff,
No, that was
take her
super
out
dope.
the house.
Shout out to
and boom,
Tiger Woods.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's my dude. You
It's
my
just
guy.
like
That was some
men
shit.
of means.
You my guy.
Men of means. They have to have a little bit of an insecurity of women
trying to take
wanting
this
to
shit.
be them, wanting to be with them for their money.
Trying to take this shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Break that shit in simple terms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to take my shit.
Trying to stick me for my paper.
Well,
trying to
I think that's why I said I had sympathy for him because
Right.
when he made the comment of like, "Did you ever really love me?"
Yeah.
Like, even if she doesn't, like, you gotta feel bad because you could tell that he loves her, bro. Like, and I could imagine how that feels for you to be in love with somebody and they don't even love you, bro.
You
Like,
can't buy her anymore. Because you
No,
can't
you can-
buy her anymore because
you
she
can
already
still
got
buy
the
her.
money.
You
She
can
already
still
got the
buy her.
money.
She
She
got
already
his
left
money.
with what she already left with.
Yeah,
She
got his
good.
bread.
it was
Now
no,
you gotta
it
go
was,
buy another
it
one.
was no buying though.
She got his.
It
bread
obviously was,
because-
but that's the fear. It was the buy. Like,
because
did I buy you?
She was married to him, right?
Yes.
Am I bugging?
They got married in 2017.
All right, so
they got
she-
divorced in 2020.
Oh, so she got half of his shit. Like, yo, you good?
Yeah.
Bam.
So that's where I do have a little sympathy for men around our age.
Nah, I still don't got no
dating and all that.
sympathy for
We're
him,
gonna have a
but whatever.
guest on
So good.
next week who's our age, a single guy. I kind of want to lean into like things like this and kind of get his perspective on, like how do you share your kingdom with somebody? Would you say it's easier to build with somebody when you're on a come up?
I just think it's essential to do it.
Yeah.
It's essential, but it's not always what it is, right?
I mean, to be completely honest with you, like it has to be a situation where if you don't know a loss, how can you understand the game? Like if I'm working to get something better for us, I couldn't even fathom me working for something and then somebody just having the hands out after I get it. You understand what I'm saying?
But if you're coming home to an empty house, the biggest house, pool parties, everything,
I will come
but
home
the house
to the
is always
biggest-
empty.
I will come
No-
home to
no
the
kids
biggest,
running
I will
around.
come home to the biggest house,
Mm.
but I will never have someone that wasn't with me hands out like this. Give me what you got.
Yeah.
I won't have it.
So what if
What happened?
what if they're good at this? What if it don't look like this? What if it look like this? But behind their back, they got this. No one comes out like this. People come in with different motives, and they come in, you know what I mean, looking for things, and they look like, yo, if I get enough mail coming here, now I live here. If I'm with him long enough, then I get a piece of this. Post me on Instagram so I get my followers up, and then boom, boom, boom. Can you endorse? People are always looking for a situation, and as a man, it's kind of natural for us to want to elevate who we with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we want to boost up their self-esteem and their social standing. So it's like naturally. I don't know. That's the part where I kind of sympathize with them. But other than that, I would say pour into the child, yo. Go get that baby from the car.
Yeah,
Be
I don't
cool.
sympathize with this
Learn to
at all,
co-parent. Maybe it might work
At all.
off of that. But the
Not-
nannies and all that, fam, cut it out.
Yeah, I don't sympathize.
You don't have your nanny go out and get your kid from no car. From
That's
from
what
the
you
mother,
hung up
yo.
on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got any closing thoughts on it?
I don't think it's anything wrong with continue to try to, or even having feelings about the situation. It's refreshing to see someone of his stature still, so show some emotion. I know he's an R&B singer, but yeah. I think it's sort of refreshing in the age of dudes acting as if they're unaffected
Shit is a
to
game, bro.
show some emotion.
Yeah, I think
It's a fucking game.
All right, it could be,
It's
but
a
we don't know
game.
that for a fact.
I know the court system.
Why you keep talking about the court system? It was done is done. In the court system.
But you're always planting a seed and building a case. So all this shit that you putting on social media and all this shit like that, it's a case. You're planting a case. That's what he's doing.
court of public opinion.
Like it's what he's doing. So if he ever has to go back and say, "Oh, I didn't do this," or that, like, this is what it is. He's planting all the shit. Like That's what it is.
All right.
Like, yo, that's just what people do. People do it because it's very easy to do it in this fucking state of
Manipulate people.
yeah.
All right. So we'll move on to the last.
But thoughts and prayers for all parties involved.
Okay. Okay.
What he said.
Yeah, we're gonna move on to our last story of the night. Clip with the dude.
Yeah,
7 babies, 7 baby mamas.
7 babies, 7 baby mamas. Pull out
let me see.
game.
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, yet not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times, they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied. Because I don't really know why you trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want. And I don't give a fuck what nobody think about it. You're not going to force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that's going to have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with. Because you're going to be like one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid I done told her or them I did not want. Another thing is, these just jump offs. These the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body and they think I want to be a father to a child for one of them? Like, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children? Before y'all say, oh, he irresponsible, he a deadbeat, he don't take accountability. Yeah, I do. I just don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna force these children on me when I told you I ain't want them. Yeah, I can offer to pay for abortion, but at what point can I force a woman to go get an abortion? I cannot. A woman say, my body, my choice, but I say, it's my life, my choice. Before y'all try to stitch this shit and be like, black man this, black man that, I don't give a fuck. I really don't.
We'll start with you, GB.
Nah, but KB, why we were listening to it, you said his pussy rate went down because he was talking crazy. I've actually I watched the interview with him recently, like that he did maybe like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
He said his DMs is popping. He said it's more dudes in the DMs.
Yeah, he fucking guys.
No. Trying to hold him
Yeah,
accountable.
Nah, he fucking dudes now.
But he says
Nah, he
females
fucking guys now.
are agreeing with him and shooting their shots. So he's actually doing well. And it kind of goes to like, show like
You serious? Women are shooting their shot?
shooting their shot and they're hollering at him and they're being supportive of him because they support his message. And I have to check. Listen, he can never be my friend. I can never be an acquaintance or a friend of someone who doesn't take care of their children. I can't respect you as a man. I can't be around you, nothing. But,
Really? That's judgy.
yeah. That's cool. That's okay. That's a good line. I can't deal with wife beaters. I can't deal with deadbeat dads. I'm sorry. Like I can't. Like I would disassociate myself with you.
Really?
Yeah. Nah, you don't. That's a little too much for you.
I don't know. I would have to.
You ain't
I could
taking
say-
care of your kids nigga, no, I'm
You
not.
a little
fucking with
too. You got too much. You got a little too much smut on your name. Like,
Not
like,
fuck with you.
like there's nothing that could put a smut on a nigga rep where you can't even be around him. Man, you just.
We all got flaws, man.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I would
just
have to
liberal as
kind of.
fuck.
I would have to kind of be in a situation. It's like it would have to be like a case by case thing.
Nah, niggas got
No,
flaws,
no,
but
if
you
some-
not
if somebody-
fucking
if somebody's
with niggas
like a-
that's fucking with little kids.
No, that's
yo.
what I was about to say. If somebody's a
Like
pedophile
you fucking
or
with little
freaking-
kids, like yo, come
Add
on,
that to the list.
Come
I
on,
thought
guy.
that's a no-brainer.
That's
No,
guy.
yeah, yeah,
That's like
Come
saying
on,
someone
guy.
stole from
Like,
your
that's
mother's
crazy.
house. All right, yeah. Someone
Come
broke
on,
into
man.
your mother's house. You not gonna go out to Buffalo Wild Wings with them. But if a nigga,
Yeah, I'm definitely not eating fucking Buffalo Wild Wings with a nigga that's fucking a little boy. Like,
Exactly.
stop it.
you know
Like,
what I
that's
mean?
weird
But,
shit.
morality aside, I think his message needs to be heard. You know, he is telling women, yo, listen, you are responsible for this thing. You know, you are responsible for conceiving a baby and for taking care of a baby and for the baby's well-being. He also said in that interview that some of the women that he had kids with didn't even know his name. Some of these were one night stands. You know?
7.
Yeah.
So
7. It's like they are responsible for him strapping up. They're responsible for them having sex with somebody. They are responsible. And some of these women, he didn't say this, but you know, I am gonna say that he, you know, anybody who grew up in a neighborhood, people know about each other. You know what I mean? People know. Word travels.
I get it.
Once you had a couple of baby mothers, isn't that like that you don't take care of? You know what I mean? Their kids. Doesn't word get around that? Yo, this is not the man that you should be sleeping with.
It shouldn't be about that anyway. That
You know?
it shouldn't be about the cup talk. It shouldn't be about that. It shouldn't be about, you know, it like at the end of the day, you're choosing to lay down with this man. And I'm pretty sure he's vocal about saying he doesn't want a kid.
Yeah.
And he's also vocal about not putting on a fucking condom.
That part. Kind of went him on that too. Kind of suck.
So
But strap up, kids.
he's being so with that being said, he's being forthright
No. Go ahead. Keep going now.
and he's saying, all right, I'm going to sleep with you. With all of the diseases that I might have, and with all of the degenerate notions that I might pose if I do make you pregnant, I'm still gonna sleep with you. Who's wrong?
Who's wrong?
If you have,
See,
now,
that's
hold
the
on,
that's
hold on,
that's
hold
the
on.
thing though. Everybody's trying to
If
place
you
some blame.
If you have this, if you have this signature before we do anything, to say, all right, this is who he is. Is it okay?
They're all adults, so
Mm-hmm.
they have free will to make decisions on their own, right? They're all grown-ups,
Whether wrong or right?
whether wrong or right?
Mhm.
And a lot of the times, there's nobody that's 100% at fault, right? You can probably split the blame down the middle a lot of the times, but the fact that these people are trying to place blame, or he's trying to place blame on the females, is crazy to me. And what I don't dig is the fact that you gotta tell, You got to tell men to protect themselves just as much as you're trying to be like a warning sign to women. You need to speak to young men to tell them like, yo, bro, don't get into these situations. You can't just sit there and not have any accountability and say, all right, well, these women knew I wasn't into them. They would jump off or whatever, and they let me sleep with them unprotected or whatever, right? Because the worst thing is not pregnancy, right? It could be, you could die.
The monster. What, people ain't dying from the monster anymore.
Well, yeah, I guess not.
Yeah.
But there's worse things than
There's
pregnancy.
still complications, though.
Yes,
Like, you can't
exactly.
live- you can't live a regular life even with, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might not die from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you
You could do anything if magic made it.
But you can't live a regular life with, you know what I'm saying, with this shit.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
But placing the blame is not cool.
Yeah, let's bring it back to pregnancy.
and
a little bit, though.
I think it's a little bit weird with him having 7.
7.
But he said,
No, but he said he had plenty more who
No,
done got with the program.
No, that's
You done gave him the 450,
but
and they did what they had to do and kept it moving.
But that's
But
what
these
I'm,
are 7 hard headed.
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The 7
7
is the
dwarfs.
one that was like the thought provoked women that was like, oh well, this thing is what the fuck, like okay, like
Or I can't kill this baby. We're not women either. We
Yeah,
don't
we're
have
not doing that.
anything growing in us.
yeah, no, we're not
That,
doing that.
you know
we're
what I
not.
mean?
We're not going to go and get the abortion.
Yeah,
We're gonna
some
go and
people
have this happen.
are fundamentally. It all depends on what side of the fence you fall on too. Some people is gonna have 7 kids, no matter what, because they're never gonna abort a baby. Some people are gonna be like, scratch that, we ain't doing that,
Bro.
Yeah, I pay you
I'll be
back. I
completely
cash
honest
app
with
you
you.
the half. You know
This
what I mean?
thing getting a
Or
lot of
whatever.
pussy. This thing got a lot.
Yo, bro, and he looks like a
nigga got a
regular
lot of
degular
pussy.
guy. Like,
He doing his thing.
He getting a lot.
Doing his thing.
He is.
But
He's plowing.
he also
through.
crashing out. I feel like he's a cautionary tale. This story, this viral thing is very much needed for the young people, for the young women who are living the city girl life out there thinking that having sex doesn't have any consequences, you know. Just as long as a nigga cash app you, it's okay for him to knock you down or to fly you out or anything like that. This is a cautionary tale for you. Dudes still worrying about going out there, knocking down as many girls as they need to. This is a cautionary tale for you as well, too. Because please believe, homie, for that little bit of clout that he getting on the internet now, I don't wish this upon him, but somebody's going to get a hold of this. Some lawyer is going to get a hold of this, and he will get taken to the woodshed for this. He's going to have to pay for these kids.
that's
He's
if he
talking
got
about-
money, though.
It's whatever, or you're going to have to live off the grid for the rest of your life. You better learn how to cut some hair.
That off the rip.
And you bet not cash app any. It better not be no fucking digital payments. He's gonna be inconvenienced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is where embarrassment and shame. This is a man who doesn't feel embarrassed. I would be too embarrassed to do something like that. I would be too embarrassed and too ashamed of myself to get on the fucking internet and tell people, America, that I got 7 kids out there that I'm not taking care of. So that's where embarrassment and looking into to yourself does, you know, holding yourself to a little standard does have a little value. Dig?
I like the
You
way
got to give a fuck
I-
about yourself a little bit.
No,
You know
no,
what I
no.
mean?
I hear what you're saying, but you're trying to Jedi mind trick it or whatever. We're talking about morals and
Why
values,
you gotta do
bro.
that to me though? Why you gotta
Because
do
you,
that to
yo,
me?
No, but he
it-
has
I'm
a
your man,
Haitian
though. I'm your
father
man, though.
also.
I'm your man.
He has a Haitian father.
Why you couldn't let me just get that?
He has a
You know
Haitian
what I mean?
father too.
Because
bro.
you trying to slick, you
I'm
trying
about to
to,
dunk on him. I'm
you
about
trying
to
to,
get-
you
I'm
trying
about to
to,
Kemp you, nigga.
you're still trying to
Get
prove
this
your
one,
point
this
from
one.
the last shit and get your shit off,
You ain't,
right?
you ain't drinking enough, nigga.
Right? So we talking about, yo, bro, men, you gotta have morals and standards and yo, about yourself. This dude is, yo, he's bugging, bro. And I'm not saying this is fair, and you know, like, I'm like, GB is he might pander a little bit more to the female side than I do.
No, but
Right?
I feel it. I like females.
And
The future is female.
it probably is. But this is the thing.
It's a fun nasty.
It doesn't matter. Is that as men, even if we're on the wrong, if we're on the right side of the fence, we still got to be accountable for some of the shit that is on their side, shit that they do wrong, right? It's like, all right, as a man, what could I have done different? Because it's like, yo, I know this female is not gonna take accountability for none of this shit, but the onus is probably on me more than it is on her. Right? People will have sympathy for a woman. They don't have sympathy for a man, bro. And then you can't have sympathy for a stupid ass man. Yo, he talking super reckless, bro.
Yeah.
Super reckless.
She's the one that got to freaking flip that bill and pay for this child for the rest of her life. You should have a little sympathy for her.
No, she's gonna get sympathy.
Yeah.
She's gonna get sympathy.
Yeah.
Right?
As she should.
Even if she made a terrible decision,
Yeah.
and this dude told her like, yo, I'm going to have unprotected sex with you. I'm gonna shoot the club up, and then I'm not taking care of this baby. I don't want no baby. Yeah. Right? So if you have a baby, either you're gonna abort it or you're gonna take care of the baby yourself. All right, I'll take my chances.
Nah,
but
if you listen to some of the shit he said, it was fucking super flagrant, yo. Like, it was flagrant as hell.
In the interview,
Flagrant.
he said that one of the women, one of his baby mothers, is a married woman, and her husband is against abortion, so they had the child. He said that.
He's flagrant. Like,
Shout out to him though. What's his page? Like, this nigga getting clout, boy.
why?
Get some clout. Let me get that clout. You gonna
Fuck
need
that
it.
nigga.
You gonna go to the babies anyway. Let me get that clout.
Fuck him.
He ain't going to the babies. But yeah.
They gonna catch up with him.
I honestly, when I see shit like this, I'm not sure. I hope.
And he's 27.
He's 27.
Yeah.
Sometimes I hope it's not real, right? I'm like, yo, could this be real? And
he said during one of the interviews, he said that he was gonna have one of his baby mothers call up, but she wasn't gonna cam up because he got a boyfriend now. But I didn't finish watching. I don't know if she ever called up. But he's doing his rounds. He's doing interviews, and he's standing on it. I don't know how real it is, but the message is real. Even if it's one.
Yeah, we talked about
even
this.
Even if it's one. This is an excessive story, even if it's one.
It is.
The females need to hear this. The men need to hear this. This is a cautionary tale for everybody. Women need to understand that you're going to be the one that bears the brunt of this responsibility. You have to be more selective and more cautious with your punani.
So that gives men a reason to just do what they want to do and be reckless.
Absolutely not. Like I said, it's a cautionary tale. It's a cautionary tale to men too. This could be your life. You know what I mean? This could be you. You are gonna hide. You could be hiding for the rest of your life. Next 18, 20 years.
All right, no. Okay, no. Can I just pause it for 1 second,
please,
bro?
All right.
Let's not get on the women, right?
Okay.
You are okay with this nigga on the internet representing you as a black dude, saying the shit that he's saying.
Not everybody.
All right, so that's why all the shit, like, we should be taking a total shit on him, because it's like, yo, bro, you're representing me, bro. Like, you're not like, I understand these women made bad decisions, but nigga, the shit that you saying is crazy.
It's reprehensible, but I could see the forest through the trees. Like, I could see the whole thing. I could sit in there and microscope on him and be like, yo, fam, yo, wow, this is disgusting. Or I could pan it out and you know what I mean, look at the bigger menu. I mean, look at the bigger subject in this thing, and this is a cautionary tale for everybody. Women need to take heed and need to listen. Young women need to take heed and listen. Like, sex isn't just disposable. It's not just a thing. It's not, you might think, a female might even think that, yo, listen, if I get pregnant, I can have an abortion. Until that thing is growing in them. They can't do it.
That's one of the.
You know what I
that's
mean?
one
Like,
of the biggest
some people can't do it.
No, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
People use abortion as a as
if they can do it. It all fundamentally thinks what as contraceptive.
As a contraceptive. Yeah.
Some people can do it. Some people could disassociate themselves enough to feel. me personally, my views on it, I don't think a fetus is a person yet. I am pro abortion.
Choice.
Yeah, choice, abortion. Yeah. I feel like you can. I don't have any. I feel like if
I don't
nigga-
want to get too deep in it,
if
but
that nigga
I'm
offered
not.
you money,
I
you should have took
think
it.
I am.
That's where I'm on it. Like, yo,
I don't think I am though.
if that nigga offered you money, you should have took that shit, and you should have had that abortion. That's the way I feel about it.
Why though?
Because he's Haitian.
Cause that don't mean nothing about nothing.
fuck?
I don't feel like a life is a life until it's
Duh.
a life. Like until it's a life. Like I don't feel like when you plant a seed, I don't feel like it's a plant until it starts growing. Like until you see it.
But it
I
is
mean,
growing though.
But it is.
It's kind of, but yeah, but
No,
you
no.
can
What
What do
still
you mean?
dig
It's
it out
no,
the ground.
wait. It's no kind of. It is, bro.
It
It's
is.
growing, but it's not. It's not a plant yet. It's still a seed. You know what I mean? You could plant a
seed is
seed in
still-
your yard. You know what I mean? And 2 weeks later, even while it's still in the ground, you can't see it. You know what? I don't want this here anymore. You could dig it up and literally, I don't want this
Still
this
alive.
plant anymore.
But it
Is
was alive. It might have been
kinda. It's not thinking for
It's not
itself.
kinda.
It's not really
kinda.
alive. I don't agree.
It's still alive.
Kinda. It's alive off for you.
It's not kinda, bro. It's alive. If you could transfer something,
If you
even,
gotta-
even if it has roots,
All right.
you could transfer it from one place to another place. It's still gonna grow.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter where it's over here. You dig it up and you put it over there. It's still alive and it still has roots and it still can grow.
Yeah.
Like that's just what it is. Like it's alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me personally, we're not gonna get too deep into this whole thing because my wife said stay away from this type
Oh,
of
she
stuff.
did. Oh, my fault.
No. This is a long time ago.
Oh, all right,
when
okay.
it was first happening, when it was in the news.
Okay.
Because she feels like we're too managed to really discuss shit like
Yeah.
this.
And that's why we
Is that-
should discuss it because other people like
Some people need to hear what.
Let me
men
finish
you
my
gotta
point.
hear
I was
from the man's perspective
Yeah.
of it.
I feel like in certain situations, and when I say like family, incest, or grape, the R word, I could understand that. But even in those situations, there is adoption. There's other alternatives, right? And of course, I know, people will always go back and look for their paternal and fraternal parents, but yeah, I don't know. But all right, this kind of raises a whole nother discussion, right? If now let's take away all the egregious shit that this dude said, and like I think he was a whole. He's like he was a whole. I'm not gonna call him a clown, but he was bugging. A lot of shit that he said was bugging. But the dude in the clip.
Okay.
But is there should a man be able to have a financial abortion? Where it's like, not saying this dude that's reckless, right? Let's just say we had a situation where a man is dating a woman and he says he doesn't want to have kids, or she says she's on birth control or whatever, and she gets pregnant. And he says, I don't really want to be a father. Should he be able to not support this kid because he didn't sign up for the kid? Because if a woman says to her, if a woman gets pregnant and she doesn't want to have a child, she'll say it's my body, my choice, and I don't want to have this baby. And she's able to do it without the consent of the man. But the man has to go along with what the woman wants to do.
Well,
Do you think it's wrong?
I think that we can't get past the point of maturation, which says that if you have sex, then there's a possibility that you're going to have a kid. Period.
You're right. And
If
you know
you're-
what?
If you're mature enough to have sex, then you're mature enough to understand that you could have a kid from the person that you're having sex with.
Not
that's
necessarily
cut and
because
dry, yes.
not because I mean
There's always a possibility.
little girls are getting their menstrual cycles as early as 9 and 10 now. So if they get
Okay.
together with another
Who
boy,
the
9
fuck
and
is
10,
having kids with? Never mind.
other kids? If 2 kids get together and have a
At
baby,
9 and 10?
yo, shit could happen. You know what I mean? But you said
If your daughter gets, if your daughter or your son
your
gets
body
somebody
parts-
pregnant at 9 or 10 years old,
yeah,
something went wrong.
that's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that I'm talking about Kyle's point is when your biology allows you to have children, you should be responsible for them children. That's what you're saying, right?
No.
Maturity.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, if you reach if
What I'm
you're a
saying
certain
is
age,
your biology could be whatever your biology is.
Yeah. If
but
you could
your-
reproduce.
but your maturity
Okay.
is saying that I am wanting to lay down with this person now.
you're mature enough to want to have sex, then you got to know
sex
it's a
with this
risk.
person.
Okay, all right.
That's the difference.
All right. I misunderstood what you meant by maturity.
Yeah, for sure, sure. Like, and that,
So you're talking
and
about
that's what
mentally
it is.
maturity.
Yeah.
So what about a person who doesn't have all their facilities in order?
I'm not worried about them because they're gonna be the person that is
Who's sleeping with somebody that doesn't have it? Like,
that happens. But I'm not worried about them because that's gonna be the situation that is not gonna be the regular, the norm.
All right.
The norm is gonna be the person that is of a mature body state
Mm-hmm.
that can have a kid that now needs to be mature enough mentally to have the kid.
Is it 50-50? Men and women, who holds the most responsibility?
It's 50-50.
That's crazy.
no,
It's
that's not.
50-50.
That's
Nothing
not
in life is 50-50.
It's 50-50.
Get off the fence, baby. Come on. Give me one.
It's
29,
50-50.
51.
Hold on.
Kyle saying it like he don't even believe it.
Yeah, come on. Give me one. Come on.
Wait.
Give me one. It's not 50. Nothing in life is 50-50.
Can we be all right? So figure this one out.
Go ahead.
So you have a young man that wants to have sex at 16 years old, right? Then you have a young woman that wants to have sex at 16 years old. They both having sex at 16 years old.
Yeah.
Is that decision 50-50?
No, that decision. Women have access.
Don't say
to
no
sex.
without thinking about it.
No, I'm standing in what I'm saying is that women have access to sex. She could say no at any point. She dictates the rules of sex. It's always been like that. Anything less than that is that other word.
Okay, but compliance is that he wants to have sex and she wants to have sex. Both wants to have sex.
Yeah.
So is it okay to say that both of them want to have sex?
Yes.
All right. So both of them want to have sex.
Yes.
There is the same amount of energy that he's giving, that she's giving, to give whatever amount of it doesn't have to be a sexual intensity, but they're both giving something to the situation
To make it happen.
50-50 to
I'm
be
talking
able
about-
to get pregnant.
I'm talking about who holds the most responsibility in this thing ending up in
Pregnancy.
this encounter ending up in the pregnancy. She needs to be taught enough.
course, the woman,
She
the
needs
woman.
to watch this and see this man speaking like this and know this thing
Why?
could go
Because he
left
could walk away?
at any time. He could go to the army, he could go to college, he could do anything. He's getting on with his life. He could do whatever he wants to do. You know what I mean? When he gets on his feet and he gets established and he gets on the books, he'll send her a couple of dollars. This baby is completely and 100%
Is that
your
right?
responsibility.
Is that right?
We're not. We live in a moral society, but that it doesn't mean anything.
I'm just asking the question.
Is it right morally?
Is it right?
No, it's not right morally. But I'm judgmental. What do I know?
Well, I'm judgmental also.
Did that work? If
I don't know.
brought it back from
You
that
know,
part?
you can't be selective. What is it? Selective outrage.
I'll like you tonight.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm judging this dude. I'm like, yo, who's his fucking father? Who's his pops? Like, who did he learn this
also
from?
addressed his parents. Someone said that to him. I'm like, they asked him, do you feel shame from your parents maybe seeing this? He was like, yes, I do, but honestly, I'm grown. I made my decisions, and I'm gonna deal with it. So he said that. He said, yo, listen, I'm cool with whatever comes with it.
All right. Well, we never answered the question I asked, which was, if a man tells a woman that he doesn't want a child, could he have a financial abortion? Do you think he should?
What
be
is
able
a
to?
financial? Can you?
When he could say I didn't want the kid, so I shouldn't have to financially provide for them.
anything? I shouldn't want anything for this.
Can I say?
And then the alternative is what? The alternative is
If the woman wants to
her-
choose to have the baby, she
Yeah.
can take care of the baby herself.
You know, fuck a financial abortion with no goddamn man.
it's not happening.
That's it.
No, I don't know if it's
What's
happening.
gonna happen?
What do you feel?
What's gonna happen?
How do you feel though? Like I'm not saying that.
Litigation is what's happening. Litigation. That's what's happening.
I'm not
Fucking
saying that.
litigation.
I'm not saying that.
How do you feel about it? I know how I feel about it, but I want to know how you feel about it.
I feel like what KB said. KB perspective. If you're mature enough to have sex, then you know there's a risk of pregnancy,
Right.
and whatever it results in,
Yeah.
you have to live with that. As yo, bro,
So-
and I
so
hate to
financial
make
abortion,
it.
Financial abortion.
You say I didn't
yes or no?
I didn't want the baby, so I shouldn't have to provide for it.
Right.
The same way a woman, if
Right.
she said, "Yo, I don't want this baby, I'm gonna go have an abortion."
So you're
why
saying
can't
that you support financial abortion?
No, I don't. I don't.
So you don't think a man should be able to say that I don't want to take care of?
I don't even think, I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't think a woman should be able to make the choice by herself to say, if a guy says, I want the baby, and she says, well, I don't want the baby, and she could just go about her shit and do what
Okay.
she want to do.
All right.
Right?
'Cause it
I
doesn't
think,
make
yo,
any sense.
I think the onus is on both parties, right? When you consent to have sex with somebody, you know there's a risk.
My body, my choice.
There's a risk of pregnancy.
You can't be pro-life and pro-financial abortion. It just doesn't work. 'Cause then there's gonna be babies everywhere.
Here's the thing.
Who? I didn't say. I didn't say.
No,
I
no,
was-
of course
oh.
not. Yeah, no. But I'm.
I get what he's saying,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, men are at a disadvantage when it comes to
Absolutely.
when it comes to sex, and when it comes from anywhere from sex to having kids, men are at a disadvantage. That's just what it is. Yo, we can't run out and just be like, oh, I'm gonna fuck like 5 chicks today. Like, that's not what it is in general with a man. Like, a man that can run out and say, I'm gonna have sex with five women today, like, yo, you either gonna have to have the money, or you're gonna have to have the clout. Somewhere around it.
Either way, you know you throwing your dick on the crap table.
Or you have to find
All right,
5
I'm not even
irresponsible
talking about-
chicks.
I'm not even talking about
You have to
that.
find
I'm
5
just talking about
irresponsible chicks.
I'm just talking about the ability to be able to do it. Like, you're like,
chicks guard their pussies with their life, and they should.
But here's the thing: if you have an average female, I'm not even talking about above average female. I'm not talking about someone that's tipping the scale. An average female can, if she says, "Yeah, I want to have sex with 5 guys today," I guarantee you she can go out and she can have sex with 5 guys that same day.
Yeah.
She can do it.
That's the equivalent of a dude going on like, I'm gonna rob 5 banks today. He can do that too.
He can do it.
Yeah, he's crashing out.
He can do it.
Yeah.
So it's like you like the balance of of what we think that is fair is not there.
But that's why we talk about body
You
count.
understand what I'm saying?
But that's why we talk about body count. That's why we shame women and we call them hoes and all types of things for being.
Is that why we call them hoes?
Yes, because there's a risk of being You're crashing out every time. Every time you lay down with the man, you lay down, you run the risk of having a child. Condom breaking, whatever. Didn't use the condom, whatever. That's why we hold women. That's why that double standard is so high in women. Because
why
there's a difference.
Do you think
There's a difference.
There's a
the
difference.
stakes are so high.
There's a difference though.
The stakes are high.
It is higher, but I think I said this before, is that a woman could sleep with a bunch of men, but pregnancy and children is the only way that you can know that she really had sex. Those are the evidence that she's fucking.
So
other than that, like
she came home from Vietnam.
you could,
we don't know how many people she killed in Vietnam.
No, you could fuck. You could protect yourself and not have children. But the children, the having kids and shit, it's not even really about having sex or body count in a sense. That's another conversation. But when it comes down to pregnancy and having a lifelong responsibility to someone, to bringing a child into the world, and then also doing it with somebody, creating a situation where you would just this was just a hump. Y'all was just supposed to hump, and now y'all stuck together forever.
Like two dogs till you put water on.
Yes, exactly. So it gets way bigger than that. Like, all right, if you of course there's always a risk when you're sexually active that pregnancy, disease, all that stuff like that is on the table.
That is the risk.
But that's the risk, right? But if you do protect yourself, there's certain measures you could take in order to
mitigate the risk.
Exactly. You can mitigate the risk. But this situation is next level shit. Next level shit. Like it's just reckless. Super reckless. Super reckless.
Super reckless, and it's a cautionary tale. Like I kind of understand, but people need to hear this. It needs to be heard on both sides. It needs to be heard. I feel like this thing is multi-layered. I feel like women need to hear this. This is the man that
I think women always hear it though.
You're not gonna change somebody. If you're baby mother number 6 and you heard about 4 other one of them, and you see this dude in the club and you think you're gonna change him,
I think we always do that though.
You know what I mean? You should be listening to this.
Don't we always do that
who
though?
They are. Young people do not. People think that they could change people.
No. We always like, yo, and it's crazy because you on the opposite side that I'm you on my side, I'm on your side, is where, like, in this instance, like, we've been talking to the women for mad long about their body count and being reckless with their, their bodies and shit like that.
Why?
But no, we need to tell these dudes to like, yo, treasure your shit too, bro. Don't just throw your shit on the crap table and just like, yo, whatever.
And don't just think that you're gonna throw money at her and think she's gonna erase it. Maybe she ain't gonna take that plan B in the morning.
No. You shouldn't even have your situation shouldn't be like, all right, I know I'm going raw dog. I know I'm about to pop with this chick, and I'm going to either plan B, or I'm hopefully she don't get pregnant, or B, I get a plan B, or C, she gets an abortion. That shouldn't be the
Bro,
yo, you don't sympathize with niggas that gotta have sex with a condom though.
These dudes are
Yo, I gotta go out and have sex with a condom, boy.
Well, would you rather not have sex or have sex with a condom?
Not have sex.
Really? You will forego sex?
It's not even. That shit is like practice. Practice. That shit the fucking scrimmage. I'd rather forego sex than like, let me get to know you better. Fuck it.
He said that.
Yeah.
Forget it. I ain't doing it.
You said that. Well. There
All
goes.
Right. So I'm trying to think. We got anything? We got anything more with this one?
Where do we go from here?
That happened. That happened.
Yeah, fellas, strap up, bro. Like, don't put vagina on a pedestal. Yeah.
Gotta practice a little bit.
Yeah, don't
get married. Then you in the game, boys.
Don't put don't put pussy on a pedestal and then put your shit on in like
I guess
in the dumps, right? Yo, hold yourself to a certain level. Hold yourself to a certain standard.
Yeah.
Right? Like protect your seed. Protect your seed.
God, you know that shit now. And that God body shit now. We talking about protect. I know we're going in that.
Yo, see? Yo.
How many seed niggas leaving their socks or in their fucking white beaters? Protect your seed. How many seeds get fucking washed in the laundry, dog? Come on now.
So that's the thing. When it all comes down to it, you're going to be the one responsible. Or you should be the one that responsible. Like, God takes care of women, fools, and babies. Men got to figure it out.
Right.
They're the ones that have to figure it out. The load gets put on their back. So, bro, when you make moves, make sure you do them the right way. Live your life with morals and values, bro. Like, don't just stick your shit at anybody or have a kid with anybody, bro.
Why not?
Ugly baby moms. That's terrible.
Fuck them all.
Seen in the club and all that.
Man. All right.
You know what I mean?
Love
Yo,
it.
last thing.
Love it.
Any thoughts? Any thoughts on the Chris Rock comedy special? On the
I love what he
selective
did.
outrage?
I love what he did.
You loved it? You thought it was funny? Like the whole what do you give it?
I just thought it was good how he called Jada Pinkett a bitch and he fucking went crazy with Will Smith and he was just like, fuck these motherfuckers. Like he went in. And I was like, yo, thank you. I like when people take they take the eggshells off the table and they push them and they just do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I think that's what he did. Like, yo, all right, yeah, I'm gonna call Jada a bitch. I'm going to address Will Smith with the way that I felt like I couldn't address him before because everything was happening.
And a nigga mad
And
big.
now that I have the chance to address it, I'm gonna say what I want to say.
Right.
Oh, I appreciated that, yo. Like,
What do you think about the closing joke, the punchline? Because I grew up with parents and they told me not to fight in front of white people.
And that was accurate.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking accurate.
Ronnie,
Yeah, that's bullshit. But I like the fact that he chose to fight in his own way. Right? He strategized.
Yeah.
He didn't overreact at the time. He went back, he retreated. Came up with a strategy that worked with his strength, which was the verbal assault, the verbal comedy assault. And yo, he did what he had to do. The crazy thing about it is I felt like the special was very good even without the
start off a little slow though, right now.
I thought it was pretty good from beginning to end. And I think that just kind of was like a cherry on top.
All right.
I just it's one thing that he said about Will Smith in his dialogue was like he felt like he reached a certain point where everybody was talking shit about him, and then it's like, yo, I'm gonna take it out on this guy.
Yeah.
And I think that was
it came to a boil. It came to a head at that point.
Yeah.
You gave him the ammo. Do you know that Will Smith made a statement, said that he disappointed that Netflix put it out, and Netflix has taken out the Will Smith portion out of the thing as of today.
Really?
Yeah, so if you go back and watch it, you can't watch that part. Yeah,
oh, that's fucking
anymore.
whack.
So
That's
he played
terrible.
the victim, and he kind of.
That's not autistic. Fucking
yeah.
like that's terrible.
Mhm.
That's terrible. That's
Who do you think? Whose career do you think they're not equal? They might be here or here. Chris is definitely under Will Smith. Whose do you think stays on a higher trajectory post this thing? Now?
I won't even agree with what you just said. That Chris Rock is under Will Smith.
He's 100%. He's under Will Smith.
I don't
Yeah, I
agree.
believe so.
I don't agree with that
Okay, but okay.
because they're two different people. Will Smith has never done stand up.
No.
So
Chris Rock has never done a great movie. Well, starred in a great movie.
Hey,
What do you mean?
New Jack City?
Starred in a great
Started,
movie.
okay.
He's never starred in a great movie.
No, never.
He wasn't a
His
star.
movies are
He
terrible.
was, he was in Pootie Tang, but I wouldn't say that was a great
He wasn't starring New Jack City.
No,
Nah,
he
Pookie
wasn't.
was a star.
I think he was a star. No,
he was.
I was
He
putting
was a
him- he's
character.
putting him-
He
he's
wasn't a
putting
lead character.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Splitting hairs.
I thought he was a lead character in New Jack City. I thought he was a very important character
Yeah.
in New Jack City.
Yeah.
But okay,
He was an important
All right.
character in Boomerang, but he wasn't the main character.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, but whose career? Who do we see? Like, who do people show up for Will Smith at the box office anymore? Does Chris Rock get support on his stand-up specials?
I think for like box office Hollywood hits, Will Smith is blowing him out the box. That's
He-
No, but I'm
going
saying,
forward.
is it going to be a decline? Is
I
Will
think
Smith's
black
career
people are
gonna
going
decline.
to black people are going to kind of wither their support for Will Smith.
I'm a little turned off by Will Smith.
I
I'm
think
going
most
to the
black
movie
people are
if I was
going
in
to
the
like
movie.
not. It was certain shit that
it's very.
but I don't think white people are going to care.
Okay.
They don't
And then the
care.
majority of people.
No, if it's a good.
The question is who really supports him more? Because he does make universal movies where they can kind of cross over.
Mhm.
So,
Will Smith, you talking about?
yeah. Chris Rock.
No, if it's a good movie, then people
And if
are
it's
gonna show up
undeniable,
for it.
then it's undeniable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if it's a good movie, and people are gonna show up for
People
it.
thought King Richard was undeniable. I never saw it. I was kind of on my Will Smith fatigue by that point anyway. I never watched the King Richard. I never watched the Emancipation Joint. I haven't watched the last couple Will Smith movies. You know what I mean?
Movie stars are not movie stars anymore. Like when
Yeah,
your shit
nah,
goes
you're-
directly
you're-
to Netflix and shit, or goes directly
certain
to
people-
streaming
Yeah,
platforms.
If it goes to streaming, and
it's
but
no-
that's a lot. But that's
the
a
world,
lot
though. No,
of what's going on.
That's
right
what I'm
now.
trying to say. There's no movie stars anymore.
Hmm.
So
Shit, Kevin Hart a fucking movie star.
I haven't seen the
fucking
Kevin Hart movie. I'm not going to the movie to go see no Kevin Hart
Hell
movies.
no.
That buffoonery.
yeah,
Like, come
Kevin
on,
Hart a
man.
fucking movie star.
I
fuck
get,
what y'all
yeah. I
talking
mean, he box office. He makes money, but I'm
No, he
not
doesn't.
going to see that shit.
Fuck what y'all say. Kevin Hart a fucking movie star.
He is.
Who movie star then?
Who
You
might
being
going
serious,
to the
or you
movies?
being
I'm dead serious. Who movie star? Who?
Denzel's a movie star.
yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio is a movie star.
Okay.
There's certain people you go see them in a movie.
In 2000, 2001,
I don't think it's too
1998.
many you going to see the,
Come on
to the
now.
movies.
We
But
talk about in 2023. Who the fuck is a movie star?
I could give you
I
two.
don't,
I felt.
don't think. I
Come
don't
on,
think
bro.
there's. I don't think there's
But
much.
let's
Everything
be
is going to
completely
Netflix.
honest
So
with you.
everything's going to streaming platforms. So it is what it is. All right,
They still movies.
huh?
Still movies.
They movies, but you got to be box office. You can't be like Redbox or
Jamie Foxx not a movie star.
nigga place.
Depends.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
let me give. I thought the comedy special was.
Yeah, nigga said Jamie Foxx ain't wow.
What?
I thought the comedy special was mid.
What's his last
um,
movie he made?
He just made a movie on Netflix. The fucking vampire shit.
Vampire shit.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know.
Yeah.
Can we talk about black movies? Like since we're here, black movies has been kind of bad lately.
Wow, why you say that?
I don't know. Like, what's the last black movie you've seen that was good?
His all right. Let's pull this in real quick.
Yeah.
Before we even end this.
Yeah, make
We
it quick
went-
because we
we-
getting off topic.
We went from nigga, my mom's bought me to see Eddie Murphy and Coming to America
Yeah.
in the theater.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was our shit has changed, bro. It's not the same.
Yeah.
The shit is not the same. Shit is going straight to, if it ain't going to Paramount, it's going to Netflix. If it ain't going to Netflix, it's going to HBO. If it ain't going to HBO,
Well, that's the way that
it's
we're
going to-
consuming movies now. And after the pandemic, we kind of
All
can't
right,
put the
yeah,
toothpaste back
most
in.
things
I'm talking
are
about
streaming.
the quality. The quality of movies from with black people starring in them has been lacking lately.
Well, they said, well, how was Creed?
I haven't seen Creed yet. I'm not rushing to go see Creed.
Creed is actually in the theaters. Right?
Yeah,
Like, you can't
I
stream
haven't watched it yet. You can stream it, but you're not gonna be clear. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I feel like the last
I haven't seen
good
it
black movie with black stars and everybody in it was the first Black Panther.
Okay. All right.
All right. Yeah, we all agree.
Let's wrap this shit the fuck up.
All right, boys.
All right. How do we feel about the Glenn Fetich?
Trash.
Trash?
No, I'm just playing. It was good.
What we think, GB?
A welcomed return. We've done this already, right? We've reviewed this already, right?
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Welcome back. Like, yeah.
Bright and Balanced single malt is matured in 12 years in Oloroso sherry and bourbon cask before mellowing in oak married tons. Yeah, man. It's been a little while since we had a scotch.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot of bourbons. So
there's Irish whiskey, Scotch whiskey, bourbon whiskey.
mm-hmm.
What else? What is Japanese whiskey considered?
Exactly that.
Japanese whiskey.
Yes,
What
sir.
else is there?
I think that's it.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
because they ferment theirs in rice, which is why it's
Clearer, so it's
Japanese.
lighter, and it's yeah.
Which makes theirs Japanese whiskey. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? That's why they're a little bit different.
And your preferences?
I like Irish. Like that's always been my thing.
Yeah. Ronco?
Bourbon.
Bourbon. Okay. I'm gonna go with Irish, but
I'm trying to kick sugar. So
it's gonna be hard with the bourbon, right?
yeah, I might stay away.
Bourbon is sweet, baby.
Yeah, very sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet, baby.
And that's what kind of turns me off to it.
Yeah.
The sweetness is kind of like jarring, but it's what it is. All right, boys.
All right,
Where we at,
so
man? Where we at, man?
that
Let's
Glen
get low. Let's
Fetich single malt 12 year. Pick it up at your local wine and spirits. Let us know what you think about it. All right, and we'll compare notes. All right. Shout out to everyone that stayed with us on YouTube. Again,
Peace.
if
Yeah,
you're not subscribed to the channel, please do. Cigars, the Ensign Whiskey Podcast. Again, remember to like the videos, share, subscribe. Also, follow us on Instagram at Cigars Whiskey. That's Cigars with an S, Whiskey. All right. If you have any questions, any comments, any recommendations, you want to recommend a cigar or a spirit, hit us up. All right. If you have any questions, you want to sponsor a show, you have a product or service, shoot us over an email. It's podcast@cigarswhiskey.com. Again, podcast@cigarswhiskey.com. And if you dig the show, you like the content that we're putting out, and you want to show some support, you can do that via Cash App. It's the same as the Instagram. Cigars Whiskey.
Give me money.
Cigars with an S, Whiskey. All right.
Give me money.
And with that, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Cigars and Whiskey. We will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Y'all, it's